Hi everyone! Hold on, let me go ahead and get, where's the timer at? Okay, we're good. So, to those to whom it may concern, I have been sick with a cold for the past few weeks. I'm still sick, so I'm going to do my best to speak as quietly and as non-impactful for my throat as possible. I have no idea how that's going to go, but you've been warned. I'm going to try to stay quiet. And we've missed you. Hello, Cats on keyboard. Welcome back in. Let me go ahead and slide this down, and then we'll go ahead and get the names. I tell you, it's been so long. It's been years, and I got stir crazy. I'll tell you right now. Let's see here. Let me move this up a little bit, and there we go. All right. Let's see. We have Vanafi. We have that guy Doru. I don't believe I've seen that name before. Hello, welcome in. We also have Ed here. We also have Hjortenvin. Nope, that does not sound right. I can certainly try again. I feel like I butchered that. And we also have one here, Sanapa and Check and Agape. Oh my goodness, hello everybody. And Gru, Stream, and Eska. And we have, I think I said check. You get a double check. And I think that's everyone. Let's see. Well, here we are again. We missed you all, sweet. And I have missed you all as well. And I'm gonna speak quietly, she says, in her usual hyper voice. The thing is, I've had to learn how to, I'll tell you right now, the cold was so bad at one point that anytime I laughed, I just got in a really bad coughing fit. So I realized, if I tried streaming, I just end up coughing crazily. Like, well, I don't laugh crazily, but yeah, I'm sure you get what I mean. And the voice compels me to. For today, the voice acting will also be disabled, just so I don't go too intense. And still down with the code, just keep in mind, yes. If I need be, I all need to end stream early, we shall do so. I am going to take the chance and see how well today goes, and then we'll go from there. And hold on, let me go ahead and get those names. We have here, thank you for the resubscription, Banafi, for a total of 3 months. And yippee, 3 months of chaos, Goblin. Hold on now. We've been over this. There's no chaos here whatsoever. None at all. Can't you tell? It's orderly, and I hate when that happens. Yeah. Oh boy, so I'm going to do my best to, if I do laugh, stop laughing at it. That's today's challenge, is partial laughter, partial. And my name is Dear in English. Oh, I see, it's Danish. I see. And well, welcome in. I did not know that. I think deer in Japanese is, what is it, cheetah, noka? Nope, no. I remember that it's something along the lines of that. And sorry guys, no funny out loud today. And voice acting, indeed, there's a voice actor deem. And usually, you know, I'll uphold the redeem, but today I disabled it since my throat's not in the best condition. And hey yo, Ed, welcome in. And hold on, I believe I saw something earlier. I did. Hi, I hope everyone's having a great day. And if you're not, please consider. Welcome in as well. And oh, I saw that. I don't think it didn't go unnoticed. And well, I guess I have to go. Good luck with oh boy. And if you do have to go, check, thank you for stopping by and saying hello and giving me well wishes. And no chaos, only nice healing soup. Yuck! You can't get rid of healing soup even if it was healing. Soup's not up for discussion. It's not going to be had. It's just, yeah, it's like a smoothie, but not a smoothie. It's a smoothie you eat. glad you all are here as well, and we'll slowly try to get back into the fold of things. And with that said, without further ado, where were we? We need to go to the next screen, don't we? All right, let's go to the planning screen then. Okay, so given that I have not been able to hop on my computer, for the most part, I have been in bed. And because I've been in bed, I've been playing on my Switch and my Stream Deck, and it's allowed me, Steam Deck, and it's allowed me to catch up with games I had on my Steam list of for later games that I have not gotten around to playing yet. One of those games happened to be, well, not happened, I had seen it before when we've done our Pixel Art studies, and the game kept popping up, Enter the Gungeon, and I decided, you know what? Why don't I give the game a try? I gave the game a try. I had a lot of fun with the game. And so it's been for the past 2 weeks, I've been playing that, and I've also been playing Satisfactory. I've had a lot of fun, but I miss these days of talking and chatting. Can you imagine not being able to speak for as long as it was? It feels like you were trapped in your own body, so to speak. And let me move this here. And hi, Nuts the Blue. Welcome into the stream. Welcome back in. And let's see. I heard pickles are pickles? Not pickles either. And they're sick. If only there were one present here. Well, pickles have to be edible, and I don't know any edible creature here today on stream. Nope, not one bit. Nope, nada. And let's see here. You landed the shot with this one. Thanks. Oh boy. And how far into the game have you got? It also Satisfactory piece. For Enter the Gungeon, I got to floor 4. So, I completely forgot to write as well. We'll keep the spoilers as minimal as possible. I'm still in the very beginning of the game. I know that there are characters you can unlock later in the game, but I have very minimal time played, so we'll keep to the beginning, the entry point of the game. Just a heads up. But how spoilers to stream? Not at all. I have not played. I played, but I have not. I'm not good. Let me put it that way. my skill in the game has, I played a lot, sure, yeah, but that doesn't mean I successfully got farther. And I feel 100% with PC and Switch. I see, you're a fan then. Really? really. With that said, though, let me, you all stay right there. I'm sure where you are right now is completely nice and comfy, and since you're there, I'm gonna be right back, okay? You just sit there. No need to move anywhere else, all right? Oh, hold on. I just realized something else. Oh, no! And here I thought it was prepared. You know what? Nope, this is fine. This is okay. We roll with it, and yeah, you just stay right there. Okay, yeah. Well, it seems today we are not outside of the elevator, we are inside of the elevator. This is, you know, as I said before, the elevator is functional. Everything is working as properly as it needs to, and I feel like, you know, today of all days, a special announcement needs to be announced. So, you know, why don't I go ahead and make my oh, this Bobby, someone's nice and loud. Oh boy. Oh, wrong button. Okay, we're good. We're fine. Where were we? Right. So that said, oh boy. Buttons are buttoning. You can go ahead and you saw nothing. Everything is working as intended. Oh boy. All right, let's see if this works. Let's see. So, if I go ahead and hi firms, welcome into stream, welcome in. If I go ahead and just you know, make myself approachable, make myself accountable, does this work? Kinda, sorta. Ah, it does work. right? And are you about to drop a bomb? I would never. That implies harm, and that's never. That I never harm anything intentionally. Given that you're here, I had an announcement to make, a very special one. So let me just is this thing on? Like, check 1, 2, 3, 4. The announcement is, I like roguelikes. I do. I have realized this. The announcement today. And have you ever, and why are we in a... This is a good announcement, can't you tell? It's a realization. It's I forget the word. An epiphany. There we are. I have realized that I have realized I like roguelikes, and it's this the realization that has led me down this path, slowly but surely over the last few weeks of realizing that due to liking, I've never been one. It's like when someone asks you, what's your favorite song, what's your favorite music genre? I never really have a favorite genre. I like all music except for country. All of music except for country. So when I get asked, what's your favorite games? I never have an answer. I just say, yeah, I like games. I just play the games. But recently, I realized I can say for certain, I like roguelikes. And Eris President, or what is this? Vice President? I am the Space Princess. Very different. I have all height, all authority. And the outside of the elevators torture the insides of an eternal cosmic limbo. Isn't it nice in here? So, given that I like roguelikes, given this epiphany, I thought today what we could do is we won't be, you could call it a mini study, so to speak, but we'll be playing Enter the Gungeon, and we'll also be discussing game loops, especially when it comes to the roguelike genre. I hope that sounds fun. Tomorrow we'll be doing programming, and then next week will be all art. So that's what's on the agenda, and it's a bit airy. I hope that's not scary. That's just airy as in the air is nice and fresh and clean. I can tell. Let's see. That said, let me go ahead and get this a microphone not working again. Let me turn off the cool bit there. Hold on. Okay, we should be good to go now. And the elevator pitch of off. No, we're within it. This is the announcement room. And roguelikes are my favorite genre. I can give you so many recommendations. I'm all ears, but after you can send me a list on Discord. I would not mind one bit. Alright, so with all of that said, let's go ahead and hold on, I forgot to we no longer need the announcement what's this? The pedestal. There we go. Okay. Let me go ahead and bring you into the game. Oh, this game is loud. Hold on. Game loudness. Let's see. If I do that guy there, and then we go ahead and just do open volume mixer. Yeah. And I lower the volume down on here. Okay, we should be good to go. And with that, let's see. Return to breach. Yes, please. And let me bring you into here. There we are. Are we good to go? We should be. Oh, nope. Hold on. I have to do that and that. There you are. Okay. And let me bring up, let's see if I click on the chat, I should be able to fill it up if I move you to here. Let's see. And hi, Ami. Welcome in to stream. Welcome in. And oh dear, or gorgeous, we are doomed. No, Doom. No, I'm not at all. The special announcement was for good announcements. If you were doomed, there'd be fire burning in the background. But everything is calm, everything is serene. And I bet you play as the hunter. So... about that, hold on. Let me make sure. Let me lower this guy just a little bit here. Okay, are we good on volume? Is everything good? I tested it earlier, but sometimes, well, my ears are a little bit clogged at the moment, so do let me know if it's a little bit too loud. Actually, let me lower this guy down a little bit more, and lower this guy down a little bit more. Okay. How about that? Nope, that looks too quiet. Okay, how about that? And there's a free puppy. How couldn't you? I thought about the free puppy, and the Huntress was good while she lasted. Now, I have not played on the computer, so what we're going to do is we're going to go through the tutorial together, as for those that have played and those that have not played, so that we're all up to date and speed on how the game works. let me go ahead and enter here, and we'll go through the tutorial. And what I want you to keep in mind, and what something I've always talked about, and I always enjoyed, is that in order to get better at something, what you have to do is you gotta do the thing. So be it you gotta get better, or be it you want to make art, you gotta look at a lot of art. So technically speaking, if you want to get good at games, you have to do the scientific discussion or discovery of playing the game and actually understand. Well, what's the word I'm looking for? Playing the game and understanding the groove of it, so you can implement your own things. And the Huntress is good for the first floor with the crossbow, but she kind of falls off unless you know what to pick up. I see. I have not looked up a single thing in terms of the content online, so I haven't seen any gameplays or anything. I got the game once, and then now I play. And here's like a game whose mascot has a derpy cute face. That's one reason that the game attracted me. I am not a fan of guns. That's why I didn't play the game for the longest time. But because of the silly features of the game, and because it had roguelike, I gave it a try, and I did end up enjoying it. So let's see. Let's go through the tutorial. And I did read that as well. Lovely. Okay, so let's go through here. And I won't note this as much, but I also want you to take in mind the pixel art of the game too. One thing I noticed in the wayward soul, approach me and press C. Oh, it's you. The game has charm, and the game also has, I think, lovely pixel art. So just note things in the back of your mind. Just try to think in terms of, yeah, today's all about getting in the mind of a game developer. So the questions you should be asking are, for example, why is this the way it is? Or why did the developers make this choice? Or how does this work? How is the player able to understand it? Things of that nature. And another reason I like this game is because it has, what's the word? Is it quirky, or would you say it's witty in terms of the dialogue? And can I shoot this guy? We don't have a gun yet. And researching games is a legit part of game development? Yeah, indeed. Not only for reference, but also to see and learn how other games approach problems or design challenges. Yeah, different games in the same or similar genres often approach things vastly different. Yeah, 100%. If you're looking to make a game of a certain genre, playing genres or games of that genre can be a great inspiration. And dear teacher, if you would look at a certain view, I did my physics homework by playing Portal 2. Exactly! The easiest of homework is it's the funnest one, I'd say. So let's see. E is to interact. Alright. Forget how to dodge how to dodge? Yeah. How do? And do you want me to do my whole thing again? Yeah. Alright. And hi, Puff Manitor. Welcome back in the stream. Welcome back in. And my favorite fact about this game is that all the 2D assets are actually 3D objects, and the camera's just angled at 45 degrees, so I don't know if I could believe that, but here. Really? I mean, I could believe it if that's the case. I know at least when I was looking at the spriter's research for the game, a lot of the objects there weren't any sprite sheets, unless you're just pulling my leg. And hi, Taydori. Welcome in the stream. Welcome in. Hello at all. Hello, and welcome in. Oh, hold on. Let me also move this guy. Hold on. This guy up here. Here we are. Okay, so to begin, let's see. And I'm telling the truth! Hold on. I'll take your word for it. Though I don't know how good of a word a news picker is. So let's see. Welcome to the Halls of Knowledge. For it is I, Sir Manual. Heed my word, and I shall show you how to survive this accursed labyrinth. Continue through the door to begin your tutelage. And here, this is the proof. Hold on. I am quite curious to see. And oh, that is so neat. Oh, I see. Well, thank you for that fun fact. We can touch on it later. Yeah. I do like fun facts like that. You know, these trying times, I can't tell when a let us be like it's getting old or not. Sir Manual reminds me of the pun you'd get for like Undertale with tutorial, with tutorial, but instead Sir Manual. And can't believe you accused me of lying. Not lying, stretching the truth. You know, instead of 2D, the 2.5D. It's close enough to 2D that you can call it that. Not really, but the stretch is what I was talking about. Let's see if we use you here. Oh, you were sleeping. Do you have another question, people? When do I get a gun? So very soon, proceed through the door. And hi, Petey. Welcome in the stream. Welcome. OG Eris is playing a game. OG Eris is feeling good. OG Eris is playing. OG, I'm so excited. Welcome back in, PD. And that's actually surprising. I would have guessed Gungeon was made in Game Maker Studio. Ooh, and I like seeing the black void behind the pillars. I want to see if there's any other images we can look at. That would be a lot of fun to see. Try flipping these tables or kicking the barrels with the E button. Oh, okay. So, yeah, I don't know how well that's gonna do. I'm using the arrow keys here, but the E button along with the arrow keys, that's not gonna work out as a... Yeah, okay. I'm thinking we might have to change the buttons a little bit. For example, options, controls, edit key bindings, shoot, dodge, roll, interact. What's this button? There we go. Right arrow. Okay. Reload. Yeah, I guess that could work. Reload R. I think that'll work. Okay, commit changes. All right, flip the table. There we are. You can use those as cover in a gunfight. And hi, Banana Lee. Ooh, Banana Lee? Is that how you say it? I do remember the name. I just forget the pronunciation. But sup, and welcome back in. We can flip tables. Yeah, get angry. Can't you see my angry face? Excellent interacting, people. Proceed to the next room. Well, thank ya. And how's everyone doing today? Hi, 8 bits per play. Welcome into stream. I'm doing a little better, still a bit sick, but all in all, good enough to chat here for a bit. Now, brutal. Like, can't you tell how angry I am? Like, you just start flipping tables with a lot of fun. Let's see, you here. Oh, do I click on you or? Oh, we're dodging. Yeah, is it control or is it V? Is it U? I was not paying attention. What button is it to roll? You right click? Ooh, oh, right click. It is right click. Okay, that's pretty intuitive. Okay, then let's see. I'm ready. Let me out. Do I click on you? Oh, no, I interact with you. I see. Okay. The roll button. Yeah, I figured it out. It's the right click one. And this is the most important lesson. You can dodge roll by pressing right click. You are vulnerable to gunfire during the first half of the dodge roll, but vulnerable again when you hit the ground. This means you can dodge through bullets and other hazards that requires precise timing. When you give the word, I'll open the barrier. Use the dodge roll to reach the right side of the room without perishing. Wait until the last second, then press right click to begin the roll. Are you ready? Yeah, let's try it. And we missed you. I did as well. Hello. Hi, Eris. Hi, Eris. These are tutorial for the... I was clicking him this entire time and it was working until now I have to... Now it's the interact button, but I'm good to go. I'm happy to see your name though. Hello, welcome back in. Okay, let's see. So I right click. Perfect. Yep. You see, I've played these games before. I just haven't played on the computer. So I'm not sure how that's gonna go. Let me out. Oh, nice work. Okay. Interact, right? The dodge roll is the prayer of Gungeoneers, and the Gungeon provides for its devotees. No one knows why this only works in the Gungeon, only that the Gungeon provides. You must master the dodge roll if you wish to master the Gungeon. Go to the next room for dodge roll lesson number 2. The dodge roll is a prayer of Gungeoneer, and the Gungeon provides for its devotees. And me too. Also, look, I am worm now. How cute! And it reminds me of would you love me if I was a worm? Worms are adorable, I can certainly say that. He's still learning it better than I do at school. I'm getting there slowly but surely. I can at least say that I have a smidge of experience with this game. And in passe, use your dodge roll. Approach the edge and click and right click while moving across the gap. You have to jump that crevice. Yeah, okay. I'm curious as well. Look at the water compared to everything else. Do you think it's pixel art or do you think it's some other function now that we know that some of the game is made in 3D? How do you think the water works? Is it like a thing underneath? Is it I wonder, is it like just a texture or what could it be? And is this a dev stream or a gaming stream? Yes, it is both. What we'll be doing is we'll be playing a little bit of the game and then we'll be talking about the game. So we're going to try to do our best to break down the game design aspects of the game. So I figured it best to leave in software development as the category instead of going to the what's the word I'm looking for? Going to the Enter the Gungeon category. And I think it's pixel art plus shaders maybe? That's how I'm thinking. It looks out of place with everything else. So something's off about it, but I'm not quite sure what. And visit to the deepenest. Haven't heard that one before. And I do that. And since the vertex shaders making that possible, interesting. And yaps about our interest for 4 hours? Yeah. As a way to get back into streaming. That's what today is mostly. Yapping about a game I enjoy and using it as scientific research. That's all what this is about. And we love that, how sweet. And I think it's a slow-moving sprite with a wavy shader. Oh, yeah. I do have to get into shaders. I definitely think it could be a shader. Do you think the light could be a shader then? Interesting. And my inner e-learning designer takes over. Even if it doesn't look like it, human gamification to interact with something and then reading about it has a huge learning effect. Hold on, even if something doesn't look like it, using gamification to interact with something, then reading about it. Oh yeah, I learned best through gamification. So like, I was a fan of things like Kahoot. Kahoot was very fun to learn, or like History Jeopardy. That's how I got my learning facts in. I can't wait for the 50-hour breakdown of Factorial. I don't think I'll ever touch Factorial. I don't like the look of the game itself. But then again, I told myself I'd never play this game because it has guns in it. And I'm not a very gun fan. But I did like the look of the game. So maybe perhaps perchance, though. That would imply I have to make it out of Satisfactory first. So let's see. What do we say to you? Go on through the door. Move it. Oh, it's a little rude. You can say please a little bit. And Deep Rock Galactic, pretty please one day.
Agape 496 just redeemed
Congratulations,
VIP.
Agape. Congratulations, VIP. I believe, Eska, you were here earlier. Would you mind giving Agape the VIP? And, oh wow, congrats. Yeah, a lot of points built up. Congrats. No, was I forgetting something? Maybe, but I'm sure I will remember it in due time. Yep. All right, Sir Manuel, what next up? The dodge roll is the first and best way to avoid dying in a gunfight. Sometimes, though, the numbers of bullets can be overwhelming. For instance, there's no dodge through that, but there is a way to clear the path. These are called blinks. Using one will delete all enemy projectiles in a room and stop enemies from shooting for a short period of time. They will also push nearby enemies away. Great if you need a second to reposition. Pick them up by walking over them. And if you forget, it's probably very important. Nah. What do you mean? Let me go ahead and also /VIP, and then if I do @Agape, there you go, Agape. Congratulations again. Let's see. All right, move you back into here. So if I go up to you, use them by pressing Q. Okay. Use a blink to clear the way of the bullets, and then quickly make it through the gap. Aha. Oh, it's a little funky. A little funky indeedy. And rip Madeed. For the time being, he seems to be in cryostasis. And I just read that as so lovely. Excellent. Blink refills every floor, so use them when you need to. They can also be found throughout the Gungeon, but I won't rely on them. Onward! I see. Onward we go, and let's go, Gungeon! Hi, Petus. Welcome in his dream. Welcome in. Let's see here. What do we have, Sir Manuel? Yep. What are we doing? What are we talking about? Oh, hold on. Interact. You've got the basics proof. I suppose you've earned a reward. Gun. A gun befitting your stature and experience. A gun! Go on, open it. Gun. Oh, there we are. Ah, right, the pea shooter. And use the mouse to aim and left click to fire. Oh, I see. Reload with the R. But first, you'll need something to shoot. One of the Gungeon's natural inhabitants. Cruel, savage, and bloodthirsty. The horror! Look at him! He's adorable! Kill him! Yeah! Cold-blooded. Truly, you are ruthless. The next room will be real gunfights. Kill all the enemies in each room and the door will open. Allow me to in a few rooms ahead. Now go! Alright, now, I know it's a thing in pixel art, and I'm not sure if the game does it. I think it does. But look at the way the gun rotates when you rotate it. And I think, at least from what I saw in the files, I can't tell if this is done, if the game does it itself, or if this was drawn with pixel art. For example, when you rotate something in A-Sprite, it gives this funky look to it as it's going diagonally. So do they use that, or is it like is it something the engine does itself, do you think? And now this game is actually 3D, so I've been told, Vita, and he's menacing the perfect gun for Eris. And a Reddit thing as well, thank you, Vita. Spanafi pointed it out earlier, and, oh, I see they're double. I see. Thank you. Yeah, that's something I want to touch on too. Because I think it's interesting, the fact that this is 3D, but it feels, it's 2D. That is a style of making games. And I've seen like 2.5D, for example. So it's super interesting to know that this 3D game looks 2D. Look at the spin. All right, okay, let's go. This way we go. And PPO, indeed. You don't want spoilers, but you want tips for secrets? I don't believe we'll get into secrets. We'll see though. What I plan to do is we'll go over the basics of the game and the basics of the game whip. So we'll see how far that gets us, and then if we have a little bit more time, we'll go on a little further. And most likely, it is a matrix rotation shader or pixel perfect camera for the sprite rendering. Ooh, I haven't heard that before. And Dimensions is just an illusion in game dev. It truly is, it's like animation. And there's a secret you can do right now. I see. Okay, well, Banafi, save it for a little bit later then. We'll go over the basics of the game, and then we'll play through the tutorial again. And yeah, do the tutorial again. Once the tutorial is over, we'll go ahead and, oh, hold on. That's scary, that's not good. We don't want any of that. And I don't know what it is about them. You're just throwing the little silly dice in the faces. They look so serious, don't they? And oh, what did you say? You say something? You made it. Yeah, you know how to dodge, roll, shoot, and learn use blanks, but there's more to learn. You need to know how to use items that don't exist in gun form. This medkit, for example, it will replenish your health. Pick it up by approaching it and hitting the right arrow button. Oh no, I have that hotkeyed. Or no, interact. Okay, you still have to fight it a bit in you, so you might want to wait to use it. Whatever you decide to do, remember the speed button. Okay, head on through. Okay, we go through. We go on through. That button. You see that thing on the other side? This is a teleporter. Whenever you find one, you can always return there as long as you aren't in combat. To use it, first open the map by holding tab, then click the symbol. Oh, got it. Should I explain it? Yeah, I got it. Good. Now use the teleporter to cross the gap. Hold down tab and click. And most likely a combination. For the game being 3D and not a pure 2D game, they could use a perspective camera and put sprites as the texture for a plane mesh to render the sprites. Hold on, I want to, let's see if I grab the clip thing here, CLIP. I'm gonna save this. I think this is useful information. So we'll move this here, and then we'll also move, let's see, where did my CapCut go? Not CapCut, concepts, there we are. Concepts here, and let me also grab your earlier message. Let's see. If I click on you here and you here, I'll also note that down. There we are, okay. We have both of these written down, so I can take them to note. And we'll slide this down. And chat, love the spoiler games, but what's going to see? Hi, Curso. Welcome back in the stream. Welcome back in. And chat, love the spoiler games, but who's going to say it's their mistake for trying to help? Love this mini. Oh yeah, I can tell you, I hadn't gotten a chance for a bit to do pixel art, but every time I pause the game and saw this 1-bit, or I guess it'd be 2-bit, right? Because it's 2 colors, it made me want to draw 2-bit pixel art. It's just so detailed with only being 2 colors. It's very pretty, especially because there's animations going on. I feel like spending a stream, like a study stream, focused specifically around this art style of 2-bit, it could be a lot of fun. Let's see, we'll go back into here. If you press the right arrow while standing on that portal, you can use it to teleport back to where you were. I'll be waiting a few rooms north. Here, you should explore, try to find a better gun before you challenge the boss. I don't need no gun, I have all I need. Or I guess we're going forward, okay. And both are made in Unity, and there's a built-in, hold on, oh my, okay, that's scary. Both in features to help do these. I see. I don't know too much about Unity, but I at one point want to give a try to playing or making a 3D game. I think that could be fun. And to know that this game, which looks 2D but is 3D, it's interesting. It's super duper interesting. We go this way, maybe? We'll see. And I wonder as well, to all of you, do any of you dislike roguelikes? Do you not enjoy the genre? I believe Banafi said that they enjoy the genre, but is there anyone that has a strong distaste for the genre of roguelikes? The idea itself. I have played, off the top of my head, let's see, roguelikes. I have tried, hold on, no, I'm having a conversation, Mr. Bullet Man. Thank you very much. I've played Hades 1 and 2. I have played Fallout recently, and that's all I can think of off the top of my head. But the genre itself, and if anyone says they dislike them, know that I'll fight you. No, there's always room for discussion here, Banafi. You don't have to come out slinging. And one bit's cool until you try it, especially if you value in color brain. Yeah, the thing is, for 1 bit at least, you definitely have to approach it differently. And I've noticed when I start a piece of art with 5 colors or less, I think about it differently than if I use 12 colors instead. And I've enjoyed the process of starting with very few colors and working my way up to a lot of colors. And let's see here. Both are made in Unity, and I can make an example of how it's done in Discord and maybe convert over the shaders to code. If you'd like to 8 bits per play, I certainly won't stop you. I am quite curious, and shaders is a topic I want to get into when we implement into my game. But for now, I know nothing about shaders, so I'm taking the knowledge as it comes, and then when we get into shaders, I'll be able to remember, oh yeah, this is something we chatted about for a bit. Let's see. Let's go into here, and oh, I remember you. What were we going on here? If you have 2 or more guns, hold left control to slow time and pick up the one you want. I see, and use left control with guns. Oh, I like this gun. This is a nice gun. This is a very it's got a good piece to it, I could say. And my mom really likes school platformers, but I'm trying to get her into cozy games. Interesting. I've heard a lot of discussion on what makes a cozy game a cozy game. And what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, what makes a cozy game a cozy game? And the topic of it, the design behind it, in the sense of, is it a cozy game because of the art style? Is it a cozy game because of the gameplay? And I remember looking into Stardew Valley, for example. Stardew Valley was never described as a cozy game. It was never meant to be a cozy game, but people found the game itself cozy. They enjoyed it. And I did that as well. Lovely. So let's see. Alrighty, we go into the boss battle. We enter the gungeon. Let us enter. Speak with me when you are ready for your final challenge. Sure thing. Alright, are you ready to have a learned test? Yeah. Then we duel. Face me in single combat. Agreed. Okay, then let's begin. Have that be. Oh, well, that's just cheating. You had a thingamajiggy. Oh, all right, we're doing fine. Oh, right. That's the dodge roll, isn't it? Is it right click? Oh, okay, we're good. Fine. We're doing fine and okay. And I knew it. What do you mean you knew it? Knew it as in controls or the cozy game idea. And he's done for. Look at him. Look at him. Let's see. You out there, you've bested me. I, the great Manuel. I did indeedy. Good game. As long as I rule these halls, only you be undone by the likes of you. The reign of Sir Manuel, Master of the Gungeon, ends unceremoniously. You'd better. You beat the entire game. Leave me here to die. And so, well, hold on now. I don't need to get so sad. You just need to go back and just, you pick him up by the hand, give a pat on the back, and he's the boss that's so clever. Isn't it? I like that it's so manual. Okay, so we've gone through the tutorials. Let's chat about the game a bit. I believe this will take us out and to here. Yes, indeedy. And Gungeon loves puns. It does. That's one of my favorite things about a game. A game that has wits about, or a game that has it's quite amusing to the idea. Sir Manuel, for example, or some of these characters too. Okay, so we'll go ahead and enter the Gungeon. We'll go through the tutorial again, and now we'll go ahead and take notes. Because one thing that I want to do, and I want to get better at, is, in my game at least, I need to redo the tutorial, and we'll go ahead and, let's see, enable this music here. There we are. Oh, lovely. And at Root Tutorial Secret, we'll go back to you later. Indeed, Madafi, we'll cover this, and then we can see about the secret. In a game where I'm lagging, sorry, BRB. Oh, no worries. And a game really do shoot bullets is full of puns. Oh, yeah, a lot of the guns, I think that's just game design-wise, is the fact that when you have a lot of content you need to fill, so for example, you make a game themed around guns, and this game is going to have not 10 guns, but 500 guns. At some point, you can't use guns in real life, and you have to start making up your own guns. Either that, or you get really serious into the nitty-gritty of real guns. And I like how the game, at some point, it just stops being like an AK-47, and it switches to the gun of like, what was that? Like the letter R is a gun, because it looks like a gun, or how a stick could be a gun if you really imagine hard enough. And I like that part of it. So let's see, we have that there. Let me make sure music is good to go. Lovely. And let me go ahead and open up concept here, and we can go ahead and chat about the game. So I wanted to talk about first the tutorial. So let me bring this guy up into here, and here we are. And then we also have 8 bits per blade comment there. And okay, so to the gun. The aspects of this game that we're dealing with. We know we're dealing with a roguelike, but going into this, let's just not even roguelike. We don't know what that word is. It is the genre of the game, but what does that mean? That's what I want to talk about. And oh yes, lowercase r, the gun that fires bullet. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. So let's see, I'll zoom in a little bit more here. I believe everything should be good to go. So let's see, roguelike, R-O-U-G-E-L-I. Now, I know there's been discussion of the difference between roguelike and roguelite. I think the one I forget the difference, but I know that there is a difference. So see, R-O-U-G-E, And like, you know what? I can check the Steam page to see what it defines itself as. It defines itself as, and I recommend you coming soon one to the Megwinix, but it's a bit graphic. Hold on, I will copy that and I will save it for later to look into. Thank you for the recommendation. Oh, that game. Eugenics. Yeah, that game. I've heard a lot about that game. It's made by the same guy who made Binding of Isaac. I don't like the art style of Binding of Isaacs. However, I've even tried Binding of Isaacs before. It never went well. So maybe, but I'll never say never. As I do at some point want to try Hollow Knight again. But yeah, it's I do know it exists and I have seen it. And let's see, ASCII graphics and all. Oh, I do like ASCII graphics. And oh boy, are we about to trick? I mean, get Eris to play Rogue. What's Rogue? And if you look into gun history, which I had from my Victorian Call of Cthulhu campaign, there's a lot of crazy prototypes. For example, 1, the axe gun, 2, the gun harmonica. It's really bonkers. Gun harmonica. I wonder how that one plays. And let's see. And that's a good point, though. It might even go as far as to say that comedy is part of the Gungeon's genre identity. I think so, too, yeah. I think the charm is a really big aspect of the game. Let's see. Let me scroll down here. And it's roguelite. So let's see. Roguelite. Right? Like? Not light. Yeah, like. Okay. L-I-K-E. Roguelike. Okay. And let's see. And what's rogue, Eris? Do you ever stop to think where roguelike came? Oh, yeah. No. I like I said before, I watched a video talking about the concept of the genre itself. So from roguelike versus roguelite versus roguelike. And one of them, I forget, I think it's the roguelite, maybe? One of them is similar to the first idea of what the genre is. And the other one is about how it takes the idea of the genre and it does it differently. So it's not exactly like the game Rogue, but there's a little bit of a twist on it. And the gun, I see. Thank you for that one. And Uji roguelike. Thank you. Yeah. I'll save that there too. I have heard about it, but I haven't looked much into it. So let me open up that guy there, open up that guy there, and harmonica gun, a gun or slide that is a firearm which is breech loaded with a steel slide can take a number of chambers. Hold on. Harmonica gun. That is very silly indeed. Hold on. Let me open up this guy just the way I can show you. Let's see if it lets me copy it. Copy image, and then if I go ahead and paste here, harmonica. I hope at the very least when you shoot it, it has a little harmonica sound. That'd be lovely. So let's see here. I'll go ahead and close you, and let's discuss the roguelike. And I thought you were dead. Hi, Judy. I'm not dead. No, just came down with a really bad cold. I still have it a little bit, but I'm feeling good enough to stream for a little bit. And harmonica. Oh boy, that one's bad. All right, that's terrible. And roguelikes are directly inspiration of Rogue. And then roguelites are like them, but usually have a new form of permanent progression, like upgrades between runs. I see! Yes, indeedy then. So what I like are roguelites, right? This would be considered a roguelite because you unlock things as you go. It doesn't fully reset your game. And hi, Kazuya. Welcome back into stream. Welcome back in. And the kind of weapon every clown owns for situational comedy. And also, you spelt R-O... Huh? Have I been lied to my whole life? R-O-G... No! This doesn't look right! That looks wrong! That looks entirely wrong! Rogue... Rogue is the spelling for people's name. Today it's called a rogue. And let's see, Rouge. Oh, Rouge. I do know Rouge. And spelling is people's names. Oh boy. R-O-G-U-E. It's right. It feels wrong. Okay, you know what? I'll do this. I'll do this. I'll do this. I'll do this. R-O-G-U-E. There we go. I acknowledge it. You go there. There you go. Okay. And is a makeup? Oh, interesting. And Rogue is a color and a bat from Sonic. Rogue is a sneaky person. I guess rogue-like is also rogue-like. Oh, hey, it close enough in feels, I'd say. So, in this game, we have our little guy here. I'll go ahead and I'll do this little guy here. We have you here. We'll go ahead and do this guy here, this guy here. Yes, this is our little guy right here. This little guy, from what we understand of the game, from what we saw of the tutorial, you can roll, and I'll go ahead and actions the player can take. So let's see, that's what I want to do. We'll move this guy down here, move this guy down here, and we'll have a category and we'll call it, there we go. Now slide you over. Okay, ACTIONS, actions. What can the player do in the game? And my favorite new game, the red one. The red, like, in English, it doesn't English sometime. Truly, English is weird. And why a guy? Huh? What do you mean exactly? And, invented a new trendy genre. It's all hip and cool. And Mr. Rogue-like. And so would rogue-like just be a game with Rogue the Bat and them? There's gotta be one out there where I believe she'd be the main character. So let's see. The player has the ability to, let's see. Well, let's say, let's go a little bit broader. Let's say interact with things in the room. So INTERACT, interact. The player can interact with the objects in the world. They can also shoot. So we'll say shoot, SHOOT. They can shoot the gun, and they can also use, USE. I think those are the three things that the player is capable of doing in the game. They are able to interact with people, they're able to interact with the tables. With the tables, they can also interact with the chest like we saw, and they can use the items. They can also shoot the gun, and that's the three things the player's allowed to do. And dodge roll is an action? Oh, you know what? Fair enough. Yeah, let's do roll. R-O-L-L. Roll, yeah. That definitely wouldn't count as any of these. Interact, shoot, or use. Nope, roll, it definitely counts. And he looks like a cookie. Their faces, haven't you seen them? They're adorable. It's just a little silly guy. With that said, these are the things the player can do. What's the objective of the game? For what you understood just there, the tutorial gives a good explanation of what the game's about. And they can use blink, armor blink. That would count as use. They can use the items they're given. So from the blanks to the items that you get in the game itself. And let me slide this over. So we have actions here, and actually let me slide you down here a little bit. There we go. Okay, and I'll move you about there. There we are. Okay, so what is the objective of the game? We know what the player can do, and what's the player trying to accomplish in this game? So let's see. OBJECTIVE. Objective. And shaking my head, should have shown the game intro cutscene. Oh, yeah. Funny thing about that, when I first played the game, I accidentally skipped the cutscene, and it was only until because I had the game open on the Steam Deck, so I didn't close it ever until a few days later when I found out there was a cutscene. I haven't seen the cutscene. I wanted to save it, but it's tricky to open up here because it's when you load up the game. But yeah, we can certainly watch the cutscene. Skipping it, I like watching the tutorials and reading all the instructions. So when I found out I accidentally skipped it, I realized, you know what? I will save this for a dissection later. And the cutscene explains the entire point. Yes, it does. However, or not however, but through playing the game, I think I understand what the story's saying without it explained to me. As in, like, you can say, here's what you gotta do. Or you can show. Yeah, showing, not telling. Once I found out that there was a cutscene, I didn't want it to tell me what the game was about. I wanted the game to show me what it was about. And I think I understand what's going on in the game. A tutorial who needs such stupidity. So we just play the tutorial. The tutorial was amusing and fun. Let's see. With that said, from my understanding of the game, again, I haven't seen the cutscene, but from reading about the guns and reading the little lore drops that comes along with the game, it looks like this dungeon, anything that enters it becomes a gun. Which is why it leads to different things like that letter R being a gun, because it resembles a gun. That seems to be the gist of it. Everything in the dungeon has been cursed to become a gun. Let me move this up here. And is the game about entering a place called the Gungeon? Yeah. It's been pretty, the name's right on the nose with that one. You enter the Gungeon. And I'd say as well, there's different roguelikes. the ones I've enjoyed are the ones where you have to enter a dungeon. I think, yeah, I like dungeon roguelikes. Maybe that's a little bit more specific. The ones where you have a base, you have a home base, and then you have to enter somewhere, and you're trying to get from one level to the end of the level. And streams on Twitch are tutorials enough. Easy. And I did that as well. So let's see. Objective. I guess you could say objective. One of them at least could be enter the gungeon. So I'll put that in there. Enter. E-N-T-E-R. Enter. E-T-H-E-G-U-N. Oh, that's not a U. That's an upside down U. U-N-G-E-O-N. Enter the gungeon. Let's see. And another one I think would be to go to the deepest part of the gungeon. So let's see, reach bottom floor. How about that? And wait, you still haven't seen the cutscene? No. No, I figured I'd save. Once I realized I accidentally skipped it, I thought maybe I'll just watch it on stream. And objective, pew pew, don't die. I like it. We'll write that down. Objective, pew pew, P-E-W, pew, le pew, P-E-W. Pew, don't die. That's a good one too. Survive. S-U-R-V-I-V-E. Survive. And then let's see. Enter the gungeon. Pew pew. Survive. And reach the bottom floor. Reach R-E-A-C-H-B-O-T-T-O-M. Bottom floor. F-L-O-O-R. Floor. There we are. So we have the things that the player can do, and we have what the player wants to do. So how does the game, we have the tools, and we have the objective. Now, how do we put them together? What do we do? Or knowing what we want to do, or want the player to do, and knowing what we can do, how do we link those two together? I forget what word, or the best word that would be to describe the things. Give me a second, let me see if I can remember. And, pew, exactly. And maybe there are characters where you want to die to revive stronger. I don't know, man. I mean, it could be. There certainly could be. I know I've played games like Vampire Survivors, for example, or what's that new game? Megabonk? Megabonk's pretty fun too, where each character has a different way you can go about surviving. I feel like one of them could definitely be like, the more deaths you get, the stronger you are. With that said, let me zoom up a little bit here. Or actually, let me make this a little bit smaller here. There we go. A little bit smaller. Oh no! Oh my! Don't tell me who knows. We need is hardy pew pew. Exactly. Let's see. Let me move this a little bit smaller here. Okay. So we'll move you to about here. Let's see. About there. There we go. Okay, so roguelike actions, we have interact, shoot, use, roll, objective, enter the gungeon, pew pew, survive, reach bottom floor. Okay, so we have our actions, we have our objectives. Let's now think about the settings. I can't spoil it for the goblin. There's no goblin here, but I appreciate the sentiment for the non-goblins here. And so the game's just Isaac with guns. Could certainly be. Roguelikes do have a feel. So let's see. We'll put on here setting. S-E-T... Oh, hold on. S-E-T-T-I-N-G. And when I mean setting, I'm not talking about the story per se. We will be able to talk about the story later if we do get to it. Right now, I just want to talk about the game itself. The story, or at least the way I see it, when it comes to games, when you're talking about your MVP or your minimum viable product, the story behind a game, unless that is a core aspect of the game, it's not the main part of the game. For example, when you play Mario, the Mario games, where you have to go from objective A, or you start at the beginning and then you go to the end, you don't have to know that you're saving the princess. You don't have to know that you're this plumber named Mario and that you're going off to fight Bowser at the end. That's the story of the game. But the game itself isn't about, or it's about that, but you don't need to know any of that. All you need to know is that you're here, you need to get to there, and you can jump and dodge and collect the yellow boxes. That's the core part of the game. So when I'm talking about the core part of this game, I'm not talking about not even the cutscene, but the game itself. What's the setting? Where are you? What are you doing? And there's something missing. Adapto, the reward you get, or at least the point that goes roll with the punches, or use what you get in each run to the best you can. Oh, could you elaborate a little bit on what you mean, Eska? And pretty much, yeah. And so I just threw that lovely. And infinite replayability without expectations are core fundamental of roguelikes. You don't have to work towards anything. And stuff this is honestly things that are taught for game design. Yes, that's what today's about, 8 bits per play. Today's about game design. We're talking about game design. We're talking about, yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. Game design, game development, that's what today's topic is. So we're playing the game, we're going through the game, and we're dissecting it with a magnifying glass. That's the purpose. But give me 1 second, let me clear my nose. Give me a good old... We're all good to go, and thank you. And I feel like if more people did game design and documents early on, they would have an easier time. Yep, that's what I want to try to make sure is known. 8 bits per play. And hi Rodrigo, welcome into game. I want to make sure, at least when it comes to the approach we do on this channel in general, I want to make sure we put first the game design itself before the story, because you can have, and if any of you have ever played a tabletop RPG like Dungeons and Dragons, if any of you have ever been the dungeon master, so the one that makes the game for the players to play, there are dungeon masters out there who get into the story and they have these villains and they have this whole theme and thing going on that the players don't know about, but they're so excited to tell the players about and to elaborate on. But the players, they come to play, they don't come to read a book. And so while a story can be important to the game, especially if it's, for example, like a visual novel, so something like Doki Doki Literature Club, that's a horror visual novel, so by reading, you get the story and the gameplay, that is the purpose of the game. For something like this, stories, it's a complement, that's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, it complements the game. It's not the main part of the game. What is the main... You do things, interact, shoot, use, roll, you have an objective. Now, how do you get there? And let's see, and welcome back, thank you. And roguelikes have a bunch of pieces that work from a random pool, so no 2 runs are the same. Your weapons, perk, enemies, abilities, or whatever comes to be difficult. You might have to run a damage. Yeah, you know, let's put that down there. I think that is a good thing to note, is that it is random, different thing every time. Different, D-I-F-F E-R-E-N-T, different setting, or different, let's see, different, how could you say it? I don't know if setting's the right word for it. We can keep setting for now. Yeah, how can we say? Or I guess, you know, let's call it something else. We'll call it loop. I think that's a little bit better. So L-O-O-P, loop. So there we are. Okay, so loop. And then we have different setting each time. Different S-E-T-T-I-N-G. Different setting E-A-C-H. Each T-I-M-E. Timmy. There we go. Lovely. And items. Different items, yeah. Different guns, different things. Different each time. You know what? Let's do that instead. Different each time. Everything changes from run to run. So let's do that. Different each time. That might be a little bit better. Let's see here. And you were that DM and had that type of players, didn't you? Surprisingly not, check. The thing is, I tend to do too much. In the sense of, I worry. It's like with streaming in a way, where I plan for the stream to go one way, and then when the actual stream happens or actual game session happens, I realize all the material I prepared, I didn't use. So then I end up next time I do less, and then I do less, and then I become the DM that's like, all right, I have a sticky note here, time to wing it. Because you realize over time that a lot of the stuff that the more detailed you try to get, sometimes you'll end up spending more time than you need to have fun. And I've over time learned to simplify things. And it's basically a bunch of random outputs that the game throws. Oh, wait, ads? Did ads? I didn't see a thing. Did ads see the thing? Oh, they did. Bobby didn't notify us. Hold on. I didn't see a thing. Weird. Okay. It looks like I'm gonna have to check in with him. He should have said something. Hold on. Okay, we'll do the ad break then, since yeah. Wow. Oh my, okay, hold on. Bobby failed his job. I literally didn't hear the whole thing he said. Which part exactly? Hold on, let me see if I can get Bobby working while the ads are doing the ad thing. How odd, how odd. Yeah, it says Bobby says he's active, but I didn't see the message. And Bobby has gone rogue, like. Terrible. Oh boy, terrible, I say terrible. And I heard, well, the thing is, yes, but what was I talking about specifically? Do you mean in terms of the DM idea, or which part? And let's see, different each time. For anyone wondering, it can save entire studios doing things. When doing a slice of development, you want to make sure your design and prototype is fun first. Yep, that's what we're focusing on today. We're not more so the story or the setting or the theme of the game, but the elements of the gameplay. Yeah, we're focusing on the gameplay. That's what we're doing today. And let's see. Your weapons, perks, enemies, and abilities, or whatever comes will be different. You might have a damage plus attack speed build in one run, and HP plus AoE burn. Next, you usually can't decide on what exactly to do. You need to use what you get to the best of it you can. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Eska. We'll ad breaks ends in 43 seconds. Okay, well, hold on there. Ads are still going on. How odd that it doesn't, or at least it's not saying or giving me the warning, but that's okay. Let me go ahead and do this guy here. And let me see, just curiously, I don't see the ad break thingamajiggy on screen, so no, it should say it, but it doesn't. Okay, that's fine. I will refresh that. Let me get some tea while we're waiting on that to do its thing. You can't do this. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. I'm fine. I'm good. I'm okay. Okay. And then let me clear my throat. So give me 1 second. Okay, we're good to go. And Scuff 100% guaranteed. It's not even it's not like I could have known even before or done it. This is not my doing. This is Bobby. Bobby's decided to be a little bit scuffed today. Oh boy, let me go ahead and open up. Let's see, you and you. Welcome back from the ad break, by the way. And let's see. And one good way to visualize the concept of random input like this is Slay the Spire. Cause the pass, notes and cards you get make you think and adjust your strategy. Yeah, Slay the Spire is a fun roguelike. I haven't played much of it, but when I did try it out, so I tried it out for like an hour or two, I did enjoy it. I had a lot of fun with it. So loop different each time. And I think this goes back to the roguelike idea and what you're talking about too, Eska, in the sense that this is what the core idea of what a roguelike is. It's different each time. I think that summarizes what a roguelike is. It's different each time. Every time you play the game, you get a different experience. And you roll with the punches. I like that as well. I'll add that in there too. Roll with the punches. R-O-L-L. Roll, W-I-T-H. With T-H-E. P-U-N-C-H-E-S. Roll with the punches. I think that's a good way to say it. And hi, the Crew Day Forge. Welcome in the stream. And what happened to our Gollum voice request? Revoid. I have been sick for the last 2 weeks, and I'm still a little bit sick, and my throat is a little under the weather. So for today and for tomorrow, it'll be disabled. That way, it gives my voice some more time to rest while I get back into the mode of yapping. And what do you mean? She was a funny voice all the time. Hold on now. I'm glad I placed the voice to give you a bit of haha. You know what? I'll take it. And also, technically, Enter the Gungeon is not a roguelite. It is a roguelite. Yeah, that's what we talked about earlier. The game itself categorizes it as a roguelite. So I chose to go with what it says. But I know that there's a difference between roguelike and roguelite in the sense that one is you get upgrades over time as you play, or it just changes the feel of the game. Other one stays more, what's the word I'm looking for? Stays traditional to the game that created the genre. Bless you, thank you. And I did read that as well, lovely. And she's recovering from illness, no funny voices. Indeed. Not today, unfortunately. Let's see. So, with that said, we have loop. We have different each time, roll with the punches. I think, oh, you know what? Actually, hold on. I know another loop. You explore the map. So let's see. Explore. Explore. E-X-E-X-P-L-O-R-E. Explore. map, M-A-P, and then comma, T-H-E-N, then F-I-G-I-G-H-T, then fight boss, B-O-S-S. That is what happened at the end of the end of the tutorial, wasn't it? You explore the map, you go around, you find chests to loot, and then you fight the boss at the end. It's just a subtle difference. Yeah, roguelites have meta progression, meaning that the more runs you go on, the more stuff you unlock. Maybe you get more powerful in skill trees, unlock more items, etc. While roguelike has no meta progression whatsoever. Everyone has the same chance for all the stuff in the games. Yeah. I think that's why well, hold on. The first introduction I had to roguelites, right? That's what this would be. The first introduction I had was with Hades. And I enjoyed the story, and I enjoyed the game idea of going out, getting loot and things, and then coming back to the hub, coming back to the base. And this game has that feel. Or a game like, I don't know, would Balatro be considered a roguelite? In the sense of you unlock new decks to play? Or would it be considered a roguelike? Because technically speaking, you don't unlock more. I guess I would consider it more roguelike, since things reset. For the most part, you just get a different level. It's like getting to choose a different character at the start of a game. And Balatro is a roguelite. I see. And Balatro's considered a roguelike? Yes, I see. I'm thinking now, you're putting up then. And are we talking about only the Gungeon or roguelikes in general? I'm talking about the root, the loop. There we go. The loop of a roguelike. What you do in Enter the Gungeon is the loop itself is what a roguelike is. The idea that it's different each time and you have to roll with the punches. And then this one here is specifically about Enter the Gungeon. How the loop of the game itself, what do you do every time you play the game? Every time you play the game, it's different. Every time you play the game, you have to adapt, overcome, and survive with the different items you get offered. And to play the game, what you have to do is you have to explore the map, and then you fight a boss at the end of the game. And roguelikes simply never unlock new stuff. I see. And I have a really good magic roguelike you might love. I do love magic, and I do love spellcasting. I'm all ears, but Alfie, feel free to send it my way. I'd love to take a look at it. So let's see. Different each time, roll with the punches, explore map, then fight boss. Is that the gist of the game? Is this the summary of Enter the Gungeon in its most purest form, without talking about, for example, the R gun versus the Tommy gun versus the other different types of guns? When you look at the game, when you look at it in its coarse, purest form, I think this summarizes just about what the game is. And what I'm so curious is that if you were to give this to 5 different game developers, just from this, you could make 5 different games entirely. It wouldn't all come out to be Enter the Gungeon. It is the idea of the roguelike. There's guns. Yeah, it's a dungeon full of guns. That's the name of the game. And I don't know if the map part applies all the time. There's a couple of like Legend of Bumbo, or I think Balatro don't have explorable maps. Yeah, this one specifically is for Enter the Gungeon. This one's about roguelikes, or this is what it has in common with a roguelike. Maybe to make it a little bit, let's see, I'll do this instead. That way there's a little bit of a difference. There's things that this game has that's common with roguelikes. That's these. These are common with the genre, and this is for the game specifically. Maybe changing the color a little bit makes it a little bit clearer. Is there anything else? Let's see. The loop. What you do each time you play the game. It's different each time. You roll with the punches, you explore the map, then you fight the boss. I don't think so. I think that's the difference. Yeah. Okay. Well then, let's see. With that said, we can go ahead now. I wasn't sure if I wanted to use a different program, if I wanted to use this program. We will, for the most part. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. We'll do it. Let's see. Okay. What we'll do is we will go through the regular game, but first, Banafi, you talked about a Easter egg. I'm quite curious. We'll play through the tutorial one more time, see if there's anything else we notice about the gameplay itself, and then we'll play a beginning, or not the beginning round, but the game itself. So let's see. And oh, Noita. Oh yeah, I have tried that game before, but it wasn't my flavor. I'll go ahead and pause this guy, click on you here. We should be back in the game. And can you buy / get upgrades? It seems like an integral part of the genre. Not the, I'm not sure I'd say that's a part of the genre, or at least like a shop. There are usually shops in the game, from what I've seen. Then again, I say that, but there's only been maybe three games of the genre. But each time I've played the genre, I've enjoyed it. This game does have a shop, yeah. Now, would that shop count as the game loop? The thing is, I'd say, let me hide this and show this guy again. I'd say the game doesn't need a shop to function. That's like an additional part of the game. Like how there's different, yeah, you know what? We won't include shop in the main factor of this. That we won't include it. We didn't even really, well, I mean, there's enemies. So, we have shoot, we have use, we have roll, we have survive, reach the bottom floor, loop, different each time, explore the map, roll the punches, then fight boss. You know what? We'll see. Explore map. Because it's a thing of you don't have to do it in order to keep going in the game. You do have to fight enemies. You don't have to do the shop. So we'll say then fight boss. And yeah, okay, yeah, we'll leave the shop out. I think we can leave it out for a little bit later. And you unlock new items and guns in the Gungeon, but it's an entirely optional. Yep, it's optional. And you can beat the game with what you start with. Yep, I think that's the fun part of the game too, is that a lot of it's optional. You don't have to interact with it. It's not required. It's not the main loop of the game. And basically part of the pieces that offer random stuff, which is just like a lot of things that can give each random things, enemies, perks, items, level, bosses, etc. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll go through the tutorial one more time, make sure we didn't miss anything. And then after that, we'll go through the different aspects of the game itself. So we'll talk about the shop and things like that. And, oh, music is double layering. There we go. Okay, so back in here, and Bazafi, you didn't mention, you let me know about the, what is it called? The Easter egg? I would like to see the Easter egg. So let's see. We're back to this guy here, Sir Emmanuel. And things, for example, talking about the story, this guy here, he doesn't have to speak like this. He doesn't have to do any of this. This charm of the tutorial, the way it's being told to us, I enjoy. And actually, you know what? We'll talk about that a little bit. Let's see. I don't have a pen on me, so what I'll do is I'll type it down, I think is what we'll do. Let's see. Do I have a notepad somewhere I can use? Notepad, if it lets me. That way I can write it down. I want to see how the game introduces us to each aspect. So let me go ahead and make a new notepad here very quickly. That way I can write it down. Okay, there we are. And there we go. Okay. And let me guess, you can teleport to somewhere else and, nope, opening a wall. Those are the classics, aren't they? And let's see, tutorial, once you get to the part where you unlock portals, I'll tell you what to do. I see. And don't use your blank so it's important you keep one. I see. Alrighty, forget how to dodge roll? No. Okay, well then take the stairs back to the breach. Well, hold on, I want to talk, yeah, I need a refresher. Yep, I do. Alright, Wayward Soul. Alright, so to start off, what he does, let's see, is we start off with interacting, or no, we talk to him. I'm able to click him. So we start off knowing nothing. Next up, what we do is we flip the tables. So we learn how to interact with things. So I'll go ahead, and the table flipping itself is an element of the game. So I'll do here, INTERACT, interact, plus TABLEFOIPPING. Table flipping. Yep, that's the first part. That's what we learned first. I'm just writing that down. So flipping tables, yeah, there we go. Yeah, excellent, interacting. Thanks. Okay, let's keep going. So flipping tables, that's the first thing. Next up, we learn dodge rolling. So go ahead and give the feel of the game, if you wouldn't mind. Yep, ready. Okay, so next up, you learn how to dodge. He also notes how you can, what's the word I'm looking for? He also notes how you can dodge at the very end, or it makes you a little bit immune for some time, which is important too. So I'll add that in there as well. So next up, we learn how to dodge. So I'll go ahead, add that into here, DODGE, dodge, and you gain a little IMMUNITY. You gain a little immunity. I'll put that on there. Nice work, yeah. Alrighty, we go ahead again. So next up, once you learn how to dodge, you also learn that you can roll over, what would you call this? And this is an obstacle, but what obstacle would you say it is? And why is he blue though? What is he anyway? He looks like a ghost, like a spirit of the dungeon, come back to teach the fellow Gungeoneers. And also, fun fact, you can beat the entire game without ever dodging. He's a ghost. Yeah, he is a ghost. And it is a pit. Harmless obstacle. Well, it's not harmless. This very pit has taken my life. I was in a run where I had 2 hearts and I proceeded to die 4 times in the pit, and it ended my life. I had so many good things, but I could not for the life of me cross the pit. This has killed me so many times. There's pits that don't even look like a pit. And I think, yeah, we'll say you can also, let's see, roll, dodge, DOD, dodge over pits, PITS. And we'll also call this a roll. I think a roll is a little bit better. Roll over pits. That is something you can do. We'll do that there. And everybody's in these Isaac's pits, I see. And harmless obstacle. No. This thing right here, it's taken many lives. Many. And there's a few secrets you can unlock with the pits. Interesting. And I think the technical term, yeah, environmental hazard. Well, there are different environmental hazards in the game, but I will note that. That's a good idea. Let's see. ENVIRORMENTAL Yeah. And again, an environmental hazard's not, you don't need it for the game to be, but it's a nice bonus. It's a nice extra thing on it, outside of the main loop of the game. And accidentally dodge rolling in the pits is a great way to ruin your run. Yeah, or it'll be the thing of like, oh yeah, I can cross this, and then I don't cross it, or I go a little bit, or I dodge at the very end. These hits, I tell you, they don't feel forgiving, but it's fun in the sense of, yeah, that's on me that I died. I do enjoy those types of deaths where it's fair and you know where you could have done better. Those are fun. And they also provide strategy. Some enemies can't cross pits, so melee enemies can be dealt with easily if you cross them. Yeah, very true on that too. It provides a sense of strategy in the sense of, in total, just dodging provides strategy. Moving around them provides strategy. There are ways, there's skill expression in the game. There's different ways to, if you were to look at a pro player of the game versus a very beginner of the game, you'd be able to tell the gameplay's different because of the way they move. Let's see, you here. Where are we talking about? Oh, yeah. Okay. Look, here we go. Okay, we're good. We're fine. We're okay. Yep, don't know him. Yep, we're going. And me versus Eris Gungeon 80% speedrun. I told you, I've gotten to the 4th level, and that's as far as I've gotten. And it's scary down there. You get all these good things, you think you're so cool, and then it goes wrong. Then there's so many pits. So many. We'll go ahead and grab these guys. So I think use them by pressing the Q button. Yep, got ya. So we learn about blanks. So go ahead and do that here. Blanks. B-L-A-N-K-S. Blanks. You use and remove bullets plus push P-U-S-H-E-N-E-M-I-E enemies back. That's what a blank is. I'll write that down. And spoilers, how many hour levels are they? Yep, that is the spoilers. So this is a game tips from a pro stream. I can acknowledge when my skill isn't quite there, and I think the thing is, I'm too busy enjoying the look of the game, and it'll be a thing if I enter a new room, and I'm thinking to myself, man, this looks pretty, look at this here, and then enemies spawn, and I don't get a chance to look at it. I'm just, look, for example, look at this. Look at the bottom. The bottom of the planks are faded a little bit to give it that texture, a little bit of detail. And we did a book study before, or a bookshelf study, and I'd like to do one again, but just looking at the dimensions and how they decide to do it. And I've been wanting to also do again a tile map, and I wanna learn how to draw walls like this and the perspective of the tile map. And then I can talk about, for example, the little door and how sometimes when you walk up to the doors, they get angry at you because you can't pass through. There's so many little details about the game that I'm too busy doing that instead of fighting. Or I roll into the pit because I think, there's no way that looks like a pit. And then it is. And this art style reminds me of, oh, yeah, kindergarten. I can certainly see it. And I like that you can roll the barrels around. You can, huh? Don't forget, yep, blink for the secret. Roll. Oh, hold on, roll into the barrels. What do you mean? It exploded. I can see kindergarten. I'm guessing because of the mouth. It's the simple face. I can see it that way. And hi, Torrid. Welcome in. Rolling with the tank through the wall of chat. Howdy. What did I miss? Not much. We're going through the tutorial of the game right now. We're breaking it down, the different aspects of the game. And flip the barrel like you. I can't. Everything I touch breaks. No! It's not working! It's breaking! I'm flipping! It's not! Nope, it's not. No, I tried. It didn't want to cooperate with me. You've got the basics, lady. I suppose you've heard of the reward. And where maybe it's a tutorial thing, there are secrets that require you to flip barrels. Interesting. Huh. Go on, open it. So next up, you learn that you can open up chests. And that's another thing to note. He never really says in the game that you can, or did he? I read, but it didn't, what's the word, register. does he say in the game there are different chests you can go around to and collect things? Or did he just say, you've earned a reward, here's your prize? Because there's a difference. Intuitively, when you see a chest and you know you can interact with it, you're going to go around with the chest. You don't need to be told that. But if you were, for example, not a person who plays games, you wouldn't know that. But for anyone who plays a game, for example, you know the arrow keys are usually controls, or you know W, A, S, and D are usually controls. But I don't think he ever says, does he? And these chests are neat, they are indeed. Or maybe it's only the wooden barrels you can flip? Maybe. And hi, Jeff, welcome into the stream. Break all the barrels. This is bringing satisfaction, destruction. Welcome into stream, welcome in. And preparing for this, I have to collect some information. Did someone annoy you today? I mean, someone less than me. Well, I'll have you know, I am, it takes a lot to annoy me, and I don't think I've ever really been annoyed. That's very strong. And Bobby, he went rogue and did ads without permission. He did indeed, but he didn't annoy. He's just, he also needs to get back into the groove of things. You know, he gets some time to a grace period, and use the mouse to aim and left click to fire. Reload with the R. All right. So next up, we learn that chests, C-H-E-S-T-S, chests contain items that you can get from I-N-T-R-A-C-T-I-N-G. Chests contain items that you can get from interacting. Yes, indeedy. Okay. And next up, we learn that we can shoot the gun, S-H-O-O-T, shoot and reload. That's what we learn next. And cracks its fingers. Sounds like a challenge. Let's go! Violence! Oh boy. It's okay, violence. The thing is, this is a simulation. Oh, violence here does not reflect real. It's just like how he goes cruel, savage, bloodthirsty. Oh boy, look at him! He's adorable! He's so silly! Now, kill him! Oh boy, I don't want to, dude! He's so adorable! End him! But I don't wanna, huh? Finish him, yes! But what if I don't? The Gungeon is no place! Oh boy! Is that it? Let's talk more killing! The Gungeon is no place for compassion, but he's just a little guy! Look at him! He's just a little guy. You're gonna shoot me? Or you're gonna do it? Hey. Interesting. He's just so passive. And he has a gun! Just because you has a gun doesn't mean you have to, like, I'm not shooting him and I have a gun! I'm passive, can't you tell? And do you know about the Junkin? If not, I won't mention. Nope, have not heard about it. And he has a bullet with a gun and that's some serious Inception stuff. And he has a gun. He does! Well, look at that face. I also, can you hear it? The sound design of the game? When he walks, there's a little bit of a little clink, clink, clink as he goes around. Can you hear it? Hold on. Let's see. You hear it? It's subtle, but it's there. All right. I'm sorry. I didn't want to do this, but I must for science. Goodbye. Cold-blooded. Truly you are ruthless. And definitely don't want to make a joke about a flag with stars. And you are a serial neck snapper? What do you mean non-violent? Neck snapping? I have to ask where you got that information from. That's what I will ask, and then I'll say no comment. And guns don't kill people, bullets do. Oh wait, oh that's good. Yeah, that's good right there. Guns don't kill people, bullets do it. These are bullets, aren't they? Oh boy, let's see. Alrighty, hello again. You're adorable. I just want you to know that. As long as we're understanding that, yes, indeed. And then my own eyes. What do you mean exactly, Jack? And oh right, I forgot. You could flip the table, can't you? Oh, you know what? Another thing they don't mention in this tutorial: the guns, the barrels. But if you play a game, or if you play a what's the word I'm looking for? Excuse me, I am speaking. I've been doing the thing with the language. The barrels. In a game, usually you'd know that, oh, if I shoot that, that'll probably be a death. And when you go near it, it also does highlight a little bit. So while the game doesn't tell you that it is an explosive that you can use, I think the barrel's gonna explode? Maybe. It does or doesn't, indeed. It's a good tactic. But I like how it doesn't say, here is a barrel. You can use this to explode the enemies. As you go, as you learn along, either an enemy's going to shoot the barrel, and then you learn, oh, this thing explodes when you shoot it. Or you see it yourself and you know from previous game knowledge that usually the barrels that have explosions, and if you can interact or shoot it, I like how it shows it off without, again, it's showing without telling. And hello, Sir Manual, you made it. You know how to dodge, roll, shoot, use blanks, but there's more to learn. You need to know how to use items that don't exist in gun form. The medkit, for example. Thank you. Grab it, and oh, yawn. Huh? What are you yawning about? I will grab you with this button here. And then we'll go ahead and heal. There we go. And these paintings are cute. Look, they are. Can't you tell? He's just like, ah. And this is like, yeah. And let's see. No, I can't destroy the paintings. Good to know. Good to know. These paintings are serious. And other paintings are bosses? No. You know what? I can't even tell. I can't. Again, there's no way that one's a boss. It's not the king, right? That's not a picture of the king. That doesn't look like the king. No, I know that one's a boss, but no way. And now some of them, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The games, lots of these are either bosses or they're references to the game. That, yeah, 100%. For example, this is an enemy, and there's just, yeah. I thought you meant any picture that any portrait that exists in the game is a boss. I was about to be, hopefully it was what you said. And I mean, they use iconography. There's a big skull on it. Skulls are not colors. Yeah, very true. And our visual language, not only shared in games but in media. Movies use the same. Yes, but there's what's the word I'm looking for? For example, you can flip tables, right? So maybe you can flip the seat. You can't flip the seat. It's the thing of, right, that if this logic applies, then maybe this logic applies. So you could take previous knowledge of the barrel and the explosions, and you take that there and you think to yourself, well, I mean, this barrel, you can't explode it, or you can't push it or interact with it. For example, I've seen games where there's barrels, you walk up to them, push them, and they roll over the enemies and cause them to fall over. So it's a thing of, just because it looks like it doesn't mean it has a function, aside from looking like an explosion, just because it's decor. Or maybe it's a thing of, okay, well, this flame here, right? Maybe I shoot the... Look at that! That's a really good thing! Just as I was talking about that. There's a flame here. Maybe I can shoot it? You can! Oh, that's so neat! Oh, that's so neat! That's really neat! I was about to say, it doesn't mean, but no, this game does, yeah, it says, I can. That's lovely. Give me a second to clear my nose. Give me 1 minute. Way too much silence, hold on. I will do this here, and then that there, and then that there. Okay. Thank you. And take to object to place and do things, and press a button combination. And speaking of logic applying, the highlight when you go close to the barrel means you can flip it. Yeah, that was a thing on the table. Interesting. I will certainly keep that. Oh, music, double music. Hold on. I noticed. There we go. And that is true, but that topic is overlapping a bit. I see. One's visual clarity. Does it look like what it does? Which is something to figure out. The other one you were talking about, maybe you know from other games, or maybe you do not understand it. If you don't play many games, it's game literacy. Oh, that's what it's called. I see. Game literacy. I can see it. And both are important when designing a game. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I agree 100%. And boring, but tolerable. Take objects, place, and do things. I do like how, you can interact. This definitely, I see. So I guess if it has a white outline, that means you can interact with it. And the secrets are worth it. Oh, yes, right. Secrets. And let's see. So I hold down tab. I'm here with the blanks. We're here. You see the thing on the side? That's a teleporter. To use it, use the map. Go on, or should I explain it? Got it. Now use the teleporter across the gap. All right. What was the thing? You need to go to the next room, then go left. Sure thing. We go here, and then remember you can work the teleporter. You press the right arrow. Yep. All right. So do we have to go this way? Yes. Okay. Well then, since it's left, we go left. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. I forget how to roll. Oh, roll is right click. It's right click. Okay. Also, look at this. This here, the little guys. I don't know if he says it exactly. The guy, Sir Manual, if he says that you can take cover with the table. I know he says you can flip it. He might say you can take cover. I think he does, but I like how if you don't catch that during the tutorial, the bullets, or during the explanation of it, you can see these little guys do it, and then you can think to yourself, oh yeah, I can use those for cover. I like how it interacts with the world. The fact that you're not the only one that can take them for cover. It's also a little frightening in the sense of, it shows that these guys have a bit of intelligence, that they know that they know they can duck and hide behind cover. Right, we go to left. Hello. Oh, I see it. I see a little secret. I see it. I see it. It's right click. It's right click. It's right click. Okay. So blank here. I guess that's why they give you a blank too. My guess is that I'm going to have to use the blank here. Ah. And blue. Yup. Oh. Oh, why did it get dark all of a sudden? I don't like this. Let me out. Okay. Oh, that's scary. It's manual, isn't it? I can see it. Yeah, he's got the little beard and everything. How do I interact with this? Old Knight Shield, heavy with experience. Old Knight Shield, heavy. Oh, I'm ready now. Alrighty then. Old Knight's home. I see here it's a knight guy then. Alright, I'm ready. And Shovel Knight. Oh, it could be Shovel Knight too. I could see it, the horns of it. Alrighty, Sir Manuel. Speak with me when you're ready for your final challenge. And hi, Malphabet. Welcome into the game. Welcome to the cave. Welcome back into stream. Welcome in. And dissecting Enter the Gungeon game loop. Gonna be honest, this feels like, well, a lot like playing the game. It's both. We're playing the game and dissecting the game. We've been doing both. It's back and forth. You can't dissect the game without playing the game. And there's a few people here who have never played the game either. So gotta make sure we're all on the same page. And now you get secret dialogue. Sure thing. Are you ready to pull it off? Yeah. Then let's face me in single combat. Yup. Facing combat. Let's begin. Yup. I also like as well, what's the word I'm looking for? The spamming of everything. And this is a good test of your skill as well, in the sense of you have to use a dodge, you have to use a roll. It makes sure that you're prepared for the rest of it. And you reminded me, Welcome to the Game 3 came out. Oh yeah, now I get secret dialogue. Yeah, let's see. You here. And wait, that shield. You found my shield, which means you know my terrible secret. It's true. I never conquered the Gungeon. I'm no longer sure this even is the Gungeon. How humiliating. Whose fault? That's Sneak Lochner. We were supposed to be partners, but shortly after we arrived, I was shuttled back. When I woke, I was trapped in some kind of chest. I called out for help, but nobody came. It was him who shot me. I think he wanted the gun for himself, but he must have not made it. I need story, I'm leaving. Loser. He trusted a companion, and he was shot in the back. And because if Lochner had changed the past, he would never have come to the Gungeon, and neither would I. But I'm still here, so he must have left. Or maybe he's stuck in the Gungeon too. If you find him, tell him Manny says hi, if you know what I mean. You want me to kill him? Hey now, nobody said anything about killing, but yes, please do. Anyway, nothing else to teach you. Good luck with Gungeoneering in your past. That's quite funny. And that's what I call a skill issue. This time he didn't cry. And I wonder, just speaking lore-wise, if he's the big bad, this guy, this Blockner guy. And yeah, okay. So let's see. Let me go ahead, escape this guy here. Let's go ahead and talk about the aspects of the game now. So these are things. Let me go ahead and enable the music here. And that's a dog. There is, there is. I adore the dog. And you can pet the dog. Look at this. This is core gameplay right here. You can't have the game without this. This is required. It's required for gameplay. And while I do enjoy petting the dog, I enjoy playing this guy. He's a lot of fun. I like how you can... it feels like you aim better when you play him. So I usually play him instead of her because of the... I like the dog, but he aims better. And you look like Hamster. Looks like Hamster. You look like Hamster. Oh boy. Hamsters are adorable. And that's really useful. It does, Manafi. I know the dog, at least the dog alerts you of certain enemies. I do know that part. I was so confused the first time it happened. I thought maybe it got confused or something else in hands. Oh boy. And petting the dog enhances gameplay and gives the game a +1 in rating. it boosts morale, and what could be more important than morale? Let me go ahead and get some tea. So let's see. Tasty. Alrighty then. So we have talked about how the game's a roguelike. We've talked about the actions the player can take. We've talked about the objective of the game, and we've talked about loop. So now, I would like to talk about scope before we actually get into playing the... what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, just from the tutorial, just from what you've seen, the different ways this game can go from simply being this to becoming something that a beginner or someone who's what's the word I'm looking for? There's this, and then there's... okay, let's see. How can I best describe it? Much of the time, and this is something I've been trying to get better at, learning how to manage scope. And let me write this down here. S-C-O-P-E. Learning how to manage scope. Scope I can best describe as the size of the game. So let's see. Size. S-I-Z-E. Size. O-F-T-H-E. The game. G-A-M-E. Scope, I think, can best be described as the size of the game. Initially, the game here, and actually, you know what? It would be better to do a run of the game, at least the first level, just to get a feel of the way the game loop works. So we'll do that before we talk about scope. But I want you to keep in mind, this is the game at its core. This is the core values of it. Now we'll play through the first level, just to get a feel for how the game actually works outside of the tutorial, and then we'll talk about scope. But while playing the first level, keep in mind the things we talked about here and what shows up in the game. Before, for example, someone mentioned a shop. The shop doesn't show up in the tutorial, but the shop is a part of the game, and there's different things you can do in the game that happen to do with the shop. And so to think of, while your game starts off small, depending on how you make the scope, how you scale the game, it can go from small, sweet, and simple to something that takes you 10 years to develop. And let's see. Ah, yes. Scope. The bane of my existence. I agree. Scope can get out of hand. It's like the boogeyman. And, let's see. And with a dog, you are no longer trapped in a room with foes. They are trapped in a room with you. Exactly. You have to protect it. And it's because the Marine starts with an item called military train that improves aim and reload speed. Yep. That's one of the reasons why I pick him, Banafi. I like his reload speed, and I also like his aiming. It feels more intuitive than the Huntress. And who needs scope when you got litters of tears and regret yet to come? The scope is it's a love-hate relationship in the sense of, yeah, I know I probably shouldn't do this, but would it be fun? Would I enjoy it? Yeah, yes, so we do. And actually, maybe we take... Well, no, I think it'll be fine. We'll be fine. Let's go ahead. And you'll notice as well that there's a lot of different characters. In roguelikes, what I've noticed is that, and again, I keep saying it like I've played a lot. I have played specifically only the game Hades. So I'm coming from and approaching it from playing Hades. In Hades, you have characters that are in your base and hub that you can talk to. In this game, you come across these people here and you free them. Oh, no. I can say Hades and, what's that game? The one where you shimmy and the one where you go to the music. Crypt of the Necrodancer. That's what this game reminds me of too. This game reminds me of Crypt of the Necrodancer. I don't know, would that be considered a roguelike too? Crypt of the Necrodancer. That's what this reminds me of. In the sense of, you come across enemies, not enemies, but you come across people who are in prison. You have to go around, find the key, and then you can unlock them. Is that a roguelike? Would that be considered? You move around, you have to fight, you get loot and items. There's a shop you can do. That would be a roguelike, wouldn't it? And yeah, no wonder I like the game. I'm telling you, there's a theme here, and once I realized I enjoyed the theme. It made it a lot nicer to understand why I like it and what I like about it. Because if I can figure out what I like about a game, I can implement them into my own game. For example, I like in games how there's fun, quirky dialogue, so I can add that to my games because I enjoyed. But you have to remember, you don't want to add everything that you like, because then you run into scope. So, for example, the idea of, is it required in your game for you to be able to shoot torches and for the torches to go out? No, but is it fun? Yes. It is that thing you would add at the end of the development, and did he always have a gun? Or am I just seeing it differently? Did you always have a gun? Okay, I see. It's that thing of, it's an after. It's the pizzazz, the icing on the cake. Is that the saying? And I did read that as well. And Hades, my beloved. And why does he compensate for having easier gameplay? Oh, is he easier? I know this guy here, if I hold down, is it tab? How do I, oh, did I use the item? How do I open up the menu? Is it, I know there's a way to, there's a button to use and, oh, Old Knight Helm. Now, something I also wanted to note about as well is, we have been struggling, and this is what we'll be doing tomorrow. It's always so neat to look at the UIs that are books. Isn't this so cool looking? Hold on, take a look at it again. I'd like to do this for my game. Again, it's that special thing on top, but having an animation, this is not needed, but it's here, and it's so cool. And this goes into everything about the guns and the different aspects of it, and I like how it looks. It looks so nice. And hold on, I don't know how to use this here. See, page flipping, the look of the thing, everything here, it's design. And it's not easier, it's just different. They all start with different perks. Yeah. For example, the Huntress, she has a crossbow that one-shots some enemies, so it makes it easier to fight them. And then there's another guy where you get a discount at the shop. And it's a pretty good discount. The discount's pretty nice. We were looking at what we've been doing the past month as well is trying to figure out a good UI for my game. I'm currently making a rhythm typing game where you play as a necromancer. And in the game, you have a book. It's a cookbook and a spell book. And the cookbook itself will be UI that you can use to, for example, here have like a glossary of different enemies you can come across and things of that nature. So it's nice to see different games do books differently. And I like how there's different parts of the book off edge here. And for example, here in my game, I have the tabs at the top. This one has it at the side. The different icons, seeing them interact, seeing how they work, seeing the different colors. It's just nice to get inspiration and just look at it and having that example of, and also Amonicon. That's so clever. What is that guy? Huh? You saw nothing, Jack? You didn't see anything. Oh boy. I also like how having this book here, having the question marks, it gives people who are more of a completionist or the Birdman. Maybe we'll come across him. He's crazy. He's you know, I could say a lot about the Birdman, you know, like Burbs, but that one, I don't know about that one there. I like how, and this is something I've always noticed in the game as well, as I can like a game. I can enjoy playing the game, but I never complete the game. Or I've never been a completionist when it comes to a game, but there are people out there who love completing the game. They like go speed running, for example, and they like Hades as an example. When you finish the game, there's a timer that pops up that allows you to see how fast you can leave the dungeon, or how you can make the game harder for yourself by taking on challenges. That's something I've noticed too. There's Balatro that is also the roguelike, and it also has some challenges you can do for extra hardness if you've already completed the game. Here's a different way to play the game. Try not rolling. I think someone brought up in this game how you can complete the game by not rolling, and maybe there's an achievement for that. I like how games have that too. It's not required. It's not the main game loop, but it's an extra on top in case for those type of players, which I think is nice to see. And you don't like the Birdman? He's so cool and easy? That would require me to be good at dodging bullets. And for the areas that are nowhere for me to run and hide, he becomes hard. And you can also do infinite run if you want, among other things. Yeah, like Balatro, I think too, right? Infinite runs. I don't know if you can do it in Hades, but things like that. Infinite runs, percent any, only using a certain gun or certain gun type. I think that's super neat. And here's for Birdman. You literally just circle him. I do that. I do. I circle my enemies. It doesn't help, but I do. And nice. In Isaac, there's a boss rush and a secret boss by reaching certain milestones. Ooh. Yeah, things like that. Certain secrets that not every player will find, but for those that take the time to dissect the game, it's nice. And I believe that is what we call a skill issue. I have said it before that my skills in the game are okay. You know, it's not nothing special. This is oh, that flag. Anytime I play the game, this is all I do. I find walls, I hug the walls, and I peek. And we find the right angle, and that's how you go from there. Is the music too loud or are we good? And it feels loud in my ear, but as long as it's not loud on screen, then we're good to go. Oh, you know what? Oh, we'll also have to see if we come across a barrel, how well that goes. So let's see, we have this way to work. So let's go this way. And the little clinking of their little legs is adorable. You can hear it in the background. Let's see. I wonder though, for if you're playing on the computer, how his aiming works. Is it that when you shoot, what's it called? Spray. Spray happens with, spray happens with guns, where the longer you shoot, the more inaccurate you get. Is that his bonus, that there's less spray, or something to that extent, if I had to guess? And does the red stuff on the floor damage you when you step on it? I don't believe so, but I don't think I've ever touched it. You can try it. Let's see. You would think because maybe it's red. So if I go back here, this stuff here is meaning the slime appeared. If the slime appears again, I think it slows you down. And by the way, another secret that I won't spoil, if you find a bullet enemy wearing a red cape, don't kill him. Interesting, interesting. I see. I'll try to keep that in mind. No murder. I will do my best to keep that in mind indeed. Let's see. Let's go this way. So, I also like as well, and we can touch on it too, because I think it is something to do with design, or at least an aspect of the design of the game. This goes back to scope, but the idea that we have a game and we need to generate different things randomly, from the guns to the rooms what would you call it? Level design? I think that's what it's called, level design. So there's these different presence of rooms. For example, you could call this the barrel room, where there's 2 barrels that explode. And then you have to link this room up to another room, up to another room, up to another room. That itself is an aspect of the game. Not a requirement, but if the layout of the game is good, or if the layout of the environment is good, it makes it fun. It's just the small things where you could have an empty room, or you could do like this, where you have a few walls here and there that you can take cover behind. And I'd love to give this game a shot, but I already know Mugis is gonna suck me in big time. This game, I can certainly say, I've enjoyed. It's super silly, and I want to play it more. I definitely feel like eventually I will get better. Eventually. I don't know when that is, but eventually it'll come a point where I can. That is all. And I also like here too, in games, this guy here, and I think, do I note this down, or do we talk about it later? We can note it and then talk about it later. In this game, whenever enemies drop health points, from previous games I've played, whenever they drop health points that let you heal, there's no overhealing mechanic, or you just can't pick it up because you're full health. In this game, when they drop healing, you can save it for later, which I think is nice. It doesn't punish you for having full health. And well, if anyone here wants someone to play Enter the Gungeon with, I'll happily co-op with any of you. Love this game. Oh, how sweet. Maybe in the future it could be fun, at least to play like on Discord or something. And I'd love to give this game I did read that as well. And barrels can be rolled. If they hit an enemy, they explode. Oh, these are the barrels you're talking about. Huh? Oh, okay. Oh, I thought it was about to come back at me. I see. That's really neat. I didn't know this was a boo-boo baby game, dude. What do you mean? Y'all know that I did that. And let's see. I did this so lovely. So let's see. We'll go this way. So, you here. And one thing I also want to say, and this goes back to the idea of there's game loop and then there's story and setting. But for the most part, everything in this game is bullet themed. Every single thing you can think of. For example, the hearts are actually bullets. I didn't realize this until I looked very, very hard, but this is one bullet in front, and then there's one bullet behind. Practically everything here is styled after that theme, and I think having that one idea of everything is a bullet, it shapes the game in a way that I don't think I've seen any game do, or at least any silly game do, where they take a joke and then they really take a joke and extend it. You can collect extra health. Why would you die? Could you elaborate what you mean exactly, Chuck? And the red barrels, green barrels do blue barrels, and roll bullet. I see. I know what, I feel like one's, what is it? One is explosive, one's like oil, and I feel like one's water. And there's a secret in this room? You know, I always had a feeling there was, so don't tell me, maybe we'll come back to this. But I feel like, just gameplay-wise, you wouldn't have a room that's empty. So whenever I come across a room like this where there's no enemies and there's just something, I feel like something to do with this fireplace. That's my feeling. And I tried shooting at the fireplace, nothing happened. But that's the feeling I get. Something in this room has to do with the fireplace, and there's another room in the game that something's off. Something's off. I know. I'll figure it out eventually. But I already know going into it, something's off about that room. There's no enemies, so there's a puzzle. That's what it feels like. And I did read that as well. Lovely, lovely. And you can only collect extra health at the end of the level or in the shop. Sometimes the extra health pops up if we get to it, and we should. You can see this little guy here. This guy indicates how much extra health you have. But you have to get to a place where it will give you the health. So, for example, if I take damage and another health thing popped up, I would get it. It wouldn't be safe for later. And the else have water? I feel like they do. It was a blue liquid that spilled. And there's a version of that room with enemies though? Is there? Huh. I know that there's some, oh, hold on. This little guy here. This guy is a, what's it called? If you kill him, you get special items. And if you notice as well, if you notice as well, he was sparkly. And it's something too, is that enemies will spawn sometimes at the very back of a room when you enter. But what I've noticed is that because that guy is sparkly, and because if you kill him, you get a bonus, it's like a timed, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a timed objective. When you enter a room, those guys are always somewhere where you can see them. And then you have to chase them. And sparkly equals kill first. Yeah. Sparkly, shiny, and that the fact that they run away too means, oh, look what he's doing. And if you follow him, eventually he finds a spot, and then he starts floating up. He starts ascending. And if you don't kill him in time, you don't get the reward for killing him. So he's like a timed event, which I think is super neat too. And it's a thing of not required, but an option. And I just want you to keep that in mind, especially when we talk about scope. So it's a thing of he doesn't have to be there for the game to function, but he can be. And look at this, they have a shop. This is a guy I freed from a cage before, and he doesn't speak, but he does speak. He speaks in a language I don't understand, but he's a shop. He's a shop, and I don't want anything from the shop, but it's good to know that there is a shop here. And there's always at least one shop, and there can be additional shops in the game. And a Gungeon is on discount. Shoot him! I don't wanna! That's violence! We saved him from being in prison. Why would I want to shoot him? And hi, Global Game Dev. Welcome to the stream. Welcome in. And hey, finally got one of your streams. Gungeon looks so fun. Still haven't played it yet. I'd give it a try. I think it is and now I don't know what specific games have been games of the year, but I definitely think dissecting this game, this is a good example of a game that follows an idea and has what's the best way I can display this? I think this is a game that you could write an essay on, for example. You can't do that with all games, but this game has a clear idea of what it wants to be, and I think it executes it wonderfully. It has an idea, it has a thing to go off of, and so if I were to rate the game, it'd be up there. It'd be up there. No, right, we're supposed to check this. I'm on this, and it's not doing anything. Hold on, little slimy guys. And I will say as well, I play Minecraft, and in Minecraft, when you kill a big slime, when you kill the baby slime, or when the baby slime happens, so after the slime splits up enough, the baby slime can't kill you. So when I played this game, I expected that the baby slime would also not be able to kill me. And then I proceeded to get mobbed by baby slimes. Oh my, and Goopdon speaks Alienese. You can translate what he says with a specific item, but not saying interesting and pro speaking an enchantment table. Just about. Let's see, let's go this way. And I just saw little cute guys and they were running at me, so I thought to myself, oh, it's like Minecraft, and it was not. It was not in the slightest. So let's see here. I also like how it notes is that if you ever get stuck in a level, or when you enter a level, the doors close, and if the level's really big, it's sometimes hard to tell where the enemy is. So there's a little arrow that happens when you can't spot the enemy, and it's like the last enemy left. So I think it's handy. Let's go ahead, open up this chest here. We get hearts, and we also get table tech money. Ooh, how do I, let's see. I don't know how to, what's the button to press to open up your current layout? Is it enter maybe? To open up the thingamajiggy. And yeah, you would die to a teeny tiny cutie patootie. They're so small. I thought they looked harmless until they weren't. Let's see. Controls here. What is it? The current layout button. Yeah, shoot, dodge, roll. What's the one to open up the menu? Left control. Left control. I see. Left control. Control. I'm clicking left control. It's not doing the thing. Options, controls, edit, binding. Yeah, left control, wasn't it? Yeah, gun menu, left control. Pause, inventory. Oh, I's the button. There we go. There we are. All right. I wanted to take a look at this guy here. This H technique produces money when a table is flipped. Oh, chapter 5 of the Tabla Sutra. A poor man sells tables. A rich man buys tables. The wise man flips tables and cares not for the mundane possessions of the physical world. In this way, he becomes truly wealthy. Interesting. And the gun menu only works when you have more than one. Oh, yeah. As I said before, I played this on the Steam Deck, so I know the buttons on there. I just don't know the buttons on here. I know that when you get multiple buttons, you can swap between them, or when you get sometimes different items, you can swap between them. But I wasn't sure what would open up this one. And all my items have in-game? Yeah, that's what I mean by I didn't see the cutscene intro of the game, but there's so much, what's the word I'm looking for? There's detail. Yeah, this game's very detailed. Each gun has a description. Each enemy has a description. It's very in-depth with the different aspects of it, which I find super duper neat because it gives you a goal, a small goal in the sense of collect everything. See what this is. Don't you want to know what this is? Don't you want to know what this little guy does? Things like that. I find them cute, and it gives you a little bit of lore about the game, and bit by bit you can piece together the lore, even if you didn't see the cutscene. So let's see. Let's go up here to this little question mark guy. So we'll go in this direction here and this way and see where the world gets us. So let's see. And have you pushed the table into a pit yet? No, but I will keep an eye out for that. Oh, yeah, right. We get money, don't we? Yeah. Give me money. Oh, wow, it does give me money. Wow, oh, look at that. I'm rich. I'll be rich. And is there a gun that makes you explode? You know, Chick, I would not be surprised. Truth be told, I feel like in this game, guns can be anything. As you saw before, there was an ant gun. So at some point, there's got to be a gun that explodes you. No, really? Oh, and does it make a bridge? Oh, I see. Not the explode one, but the bridge part. Yeah. Let's see. Do the tab here. Now, this is a guy that you usually run into for the shops. And what a scam! Open here. This guy here. Now, if you're familiar with Roblox, you've probably seen shops. For example, this guy here is a shop. In Hades, there is a shop. And I will say this now because you've done it. Earlier, Check, you were talking about shooting this little guy here. He means no harm. This guy here, I like him. I like the idea behind him. In the sense of, when you first enter his shop, you think to yourself, yes, what a lovely shop. Why not? Well, hold on. Let me, do I need to buy anything? We'll buy that. Oh, well, never mind. I was trying to click select, but he does warn you. And it gives you a hint into the fact that if you keep shooting in the shop, something's going to happen. And the guy pulls a gun on you. What an astute observation, Check. Hold on. Oh boy. The shopkeeper, hardest enemy of the game, Panafi. I have beat him before. And ads? Oh my, I see. Thank you for pointing it out, Check. Ad break, yeah. How weird. Okay, well, if ads are happening, we'll wait. And we'll wait for that to go. Yeah, I'm not getting any notification or any warning. So thank you for letting me know. And I like how this game's all about shooting, but then you run into the shopkeeper and the shopkeeper goes, yeah, while I do sell you guns, we have etiquette here. We're classy. Bobby bot broken. Bobby is broken. And the notifications that I usually have on the side of the screen also aren't showing, unfortunately, but that's okay. I'll see if I can figure that out tomorrow. And I did read that, but you can slide over tables, and if you push them together, you can slide over them at once. Ooh, how fancy. Oh, I got some tea here.
Check 14 just redeemed hydrate.
Sure, hydration shall be had. Let me go ahead and get that water here. So we'll go ahead and hydrate before we dehydrate. And I didn't read your message earlier, Hollow. Hi, I'm new viewer here. Hello, new viewer. and a nose and give the sea pickle some hydration. What sea pickle, I ask you? No sea pickle exists, I assure you. While we're waiting on the 1 minute though, what we can do is I can mess around with this guy and see if we can get it working. This is a program, and this is also a website you can go to called Draw.io. So if I go ahead and do DRAW, hold on. We've used it before when we talked about music, I believe. No, when we talked about game design documents. Draw.io. There you are. Game design documents. I like it because it's a little spreadsheet. And let me just also click YouTube to make sure it's good to go. Okay, good. Lovely, lovely. And if it's not funny, didn't test it. Oh, I did read that. Good, lovely. And I like this because it provides a, what's the word I'm looking for? Not a flowchart. I love flowcharts. I wish there was a better way to do it. Like if it existed in the concepts, which is the program I usually use for taking notes. For example, this is concepts. So hold on, this is concepts. I wish there was I think there is, but it's a little funky. I like this one a lot better. An insanity board on the website? I'm interested. I do like the websites where you can download them, but you can also do them on the website. So for example, Excalidraw, that's a fun one. And I'm just gonna put down here a scope, or let's see, you know, I'll call it aspects. And why I see. Okay, ASPECTS. There we go, aspects. Maybe if I make you here and then we do here, ASPECTS. Lovely. Okay, I'll move that there. We'll save that for later. And welcome back from the ad break. Welcome back. All right, let's continue then. So we were talking about the shopkeeper. If I go ahead and hide you, let's see. Draw you, hide you. We'll go ahead and meet this guy here, like so. And then we'll go ahead and click on play here. So we were talking about how in the game everywhere you can shoot. So naturally, what a player might do is they think this is, oh yeah, I'm just in here, and we'll go and shoot it again. And look at that. So now, you think to yourself, man, surely, most certainly, if I shoot again, I will not die, right? Surely, right? There's no way I could die. There's no way the shopkeeper would kill me, would he? Right? Yeah. We will come back to him in a bit. We'll be back. We'll be back. We will be back. I want to complete the level before we even think about it. And hold on, let me flip that guy here, flip him all over, and then we'll do the boss. And once we do it, we will. I just want to make sure I have everything I need so that if I have a dying will, it's been signed. Let's go down here. Let's see. Oh, now the Huntress has a special ability in the fact that if you come across a chest that looks like this, the dog will alert you that something is incorrect. Something's wrong, and if you notice it, and I didn't notice it until after the damage had been done, but the dog will bark. It will alert you for this right here. Do not be fooled. It's a mimic, and I do like when games have mimics in them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and disarm him here. All right, have at ye! Have at ye! I say, have at ye! Oh boy! Hold on! No! Oh! I'm losing this! I win! I got him! Okay, we'll take the health and we'll grab the gun. Oh, hold on, how do I take it? This one here. And this is why I simply always shoot a chest once before opening it. Yeah, I started shooting chests just because I realized that I got what's the word? Maybe it's complicit when I was playing the Huntress, where I would just wait to see the dog react. Now I just shoot a chest just to make sure. And of course the mimic has a gun. Everything in this game has a gun. If it can have a gun, it will have a gun. Everything, which I really like about the game. All right. We have explored all there is in this guy here. So let's go ahead and fight the boss. Let's see how well I can do. Now, I believe it's control, right? Yes. Control, is it the up arrow? Do I have to click this guy here? How do I, is it, oh, scroll wheel. Okay. Alrighty then, Lunderboss. All right, let's go ahead and fight the boss. We have the king. I do like him, I think he's great. You have a new gun? It should look for secret rooms. Is that how it works? This is new. I've never seen that before. Yeah, I'm not used to a cutscene. Oh, hold on, I forget how to roll. This one is a hold down. Got ya. Okay. I'm good now. We're all right. No, we're not all right. We're not okay. I don't like this gun. That's what I'm realizing. It's a gun issue. It's not a me issue. Hold on. Okay. We're doing this gun. This gun's easier. Very easier. And this is a genre, right? It's called a, bullet something. I like it. I don't play much of it. Ow. I don't play much of it, but it's enjoyable. Blame it on the gun. I am. The gun you have to hold down. There's so much going on. You think to yourself, man. Oh boy. Oh no. Okay. What button is it? Is it Q? It's Q, right? It's Q. Okay, we're fine. Q's the button I was looking for. We're good. We're okay. I will not die here. Hopefully. I'm okay. I'm all right. Okay, so maybe I did die here. And maybe it's not all right. So, as I said before, I never played it on the computer. But, we'll just imagine, you know, we killed the guy. It's all good to go. Let's go attack the shop guy, and then we'll get into scope. Well, that's what we'll do. Yep. And oh boy, I'm decent at the level 1 boss. There's been many times where I haven't gotten hit. I can do it, just not under pressure. That's the difference here. And look at this little enemy guy. He spells out letters, and Bullet King never saw it coming. That time he saw it coming, but he won't see it coming next time. That's the difference here. Hold on, let's see. And I do like a lot now. And the thing is, whenever I play a game, I've gotten to the habit of, or maybe it's not a habit, but thinking to myself, man, this game was so fun. I want to make a game like this. And then you don't realize, or maybe you do, the aspects that go into the game. So it's why I've gotten into the habit of, and look, this thing looks like you can interact with it. And it does highlight, so I'm guessing, yeah, you can interact with it. That's neat. You play a game, and then you think to yourself, man, I want to play it. And I love that guy's death animation, first time seeing it, and it's amazing. All the animations are lovely. I can certainly say that. The animations have so much charm to them. Oh, hold on. And what was I going to say? Oh, yes, hold on. Each character has different animations, and I've remade so many mobile games so I can play them without ads. Yeah, remaking games, that's what I was saying. You find a game, you enjoy the game, you think to yourself, man, I want to make something like this. So then you start making something like that, and then you realize, wait a second, this is a lot harder than I thought. Like how I'm a big fan of rhythm games. And I thought, how bad could it possibly be? And so, playing this game, initially my thought was, yes, making a roguelike, how bad could it possibly be? And the more I thought about it, the more I realized, no, don't do it. It's not a good idea. It might sound like it's simple, and it might look like it because the game's just that cool that it makes it look like a simple idea, but the more you think about the game, and me making my roguelike right now, oh boy, it's one of those games where you have the initial game loop, yeah, but now you have to fill the game with content. I think that's the difficult part of making a roguelike. Like with an RPG, all of the enemies, all of the guns, filling it with content. Even once you get a solid game working, now you have to fill it in with stuff. And the stuff also has to be fun. So you also have to test the... it's so tiny, but so painful. And even a clicker game I'm making, yeah, clicker games too. You think to yourself, man, a clicker game doesn't seem too hard. You just click, but then you start adding more and more content to the clicker game, more progression, and it very quickly comes out of, becomes something, what's the word I'm looking for? It becomes an unruly monster. How about that? And let's see, there's a free game similar to it. It's a pixel art game where you are a heavenly bird and you're able to do and kill everything. That does not surprise me. And there's some guns. There's some guns in the game as well. We have the initial gun, so we have this guy here, this one here, where you shoot bullets, and then you have different guns where it's no longer a bullet. It is now a laser beam. And that gives a lot of different creativity when it comes to making guns. So you go from the original base ground up, there in this game, there are guns. And these guns, you have to shoot bullets. Then like what you saw with the gun before, I was getting confused with, the blunderbuss, I think it was called. That gun, you have to hold down to shoot. It introduces another mechanic. And then now we have another gun where instead of holding down to shoot or shooting with the arrows, you have to shoot a laser beam. And I just think it's nice how there's different aspects to it. So let's see. We'll go ahead and look at the I'm guessing, and I'm forgetting. Dodge is this button. Right click. You know what? I'm tired of this. Hold on. Options, controls. Controls. Edit key binding. Yeah, we're just gonna that. Yeah, and then right click for our. Let's see. Where are we at? Use item, aim right. Where's the change button at? Next gun, previous gun, use item. Where are we at? Gun menu. Yes, we'll do that. There we go. Okay. There we go. And all these starter guns are character specific. Oh no. Only the starter guns are character specific. Okay. That makes sense. Some of the guns feel like they work a little bit differently than the other ones. Oh, hold on. He's not gonna kill me. No possible way, right? No possible way. No way. We just need to make it to the shop guy. That's all I want to do. It's just the shop guy. Interact with the switches? Yes. The switches. Lever explode. And I like how they show it off in the game. This would be another environmental hazard, what we were talking about before. And the fact that it does look out of place. There's a little bit of a shadow here. Do you think to yourself, oh yes, when something stands in the shadow, let's see, follow the chain up. I like that. It's intuitive. It feels intuitive. And they do significant damage to the sword guy. They feel like they do a lot of damage. I know that I've been killed by it before. And you can shoot switches. Ooh, now that I wouldn't have thought to do. Interesting. Can you shoot other like mechanics? And I've never really used them though. Yeah, there's not been a situation where I've run into the need to use them or the thought to. And let's see, little bird guy here. Yep, but nope. Oh yeah, I certainly need that. Yep, okay. Interact is this button here. Okay. I will go ahead and let's try using this little laser gun. Laser. Oh my. Okay, you laser. Yep, laser fire. Yep, there you go. There you go. Okay. Now, following the logic of the, Following the logic of the, what is it called? The candelabra? You would think maybe that these candles too would be something you can interact with. Can you? Can you shoot the enemies with these? Does that work? I don't know. Or is it just something that looks cool? I wonder. And I like the castle aesthetic, but does it change up as you progress? It does. You get different themes as you go through the different floors. Each floor has a different theme. I can say that. I've only seen 4 floors, but this is the very first one. I'm guessing because it's the theme of Sir Manuel and him being the knight theme, so you get a knight for your first one. But as you progress, yeah, you get a different floor theme. And then you get different enemies per floor, things of that nature, where if you haven't, or once you play through one floor, you get the gist of the theme, and then as you go along, there's different ones. And hold on, the thing's, that guy, yeah, you. I have a problem with you. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I definitely had a problem. I just want to get to the shop. Okay, we're at the shop. We're good. Oh no, we're not. It's blocked. Okay. And, spoilers, and, let's see, and reversing to take good ideas. Hi, Sorcerer. Welcome into stream. Welcome in. I feel like I've seen that name before. Hold on. Yes, indeedy. Welcome back into stream. And, yeah, you could say the idea is that in order to make games, you have to play a game. You can't make something from nothing. So, for example, here, we're playing a roguelike. How do roguelikes work? How do they function? I think this game is a good example of this genre. So we're playing it and dissecting the ideas and the themes of the game to see if we can understand it better. So, for example, if we were to make... Oh no, hold on. Hold on. Okay, I just want to make it to the shop. Can't I do that? I just want one thing. One singular thing. I have one wish. One single wish. All right. So, now that we've reached the shop and secret floors, and you did, I see, yes. This is a very good excuse to play. You should, yeah, that's the fun part about game development is that, yeah, we're doing this 100% for research purposes. No messing around here. And that looks like a cool gun. All right, yeah. It's gonna cost you, yeah. And can I flip this table? Just allow me to do that. Maybe we can buy that. Okay, now you're lucky you're my only customer. Now let's see. Let's do this. I believe in myself. We have the health for. Oh boy! 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 He's not dying. Ah! I had him. He was about to click the button and leave. That's a tie. That's a tie. He was done. I call that a tie. I forgot I had the blinks, but that's what happens. Had 3 blinks. I don't really. I just got into using the blinks and look, somewhat easy. Yeah, he's somewhat easy. The controls here, it's weird, but I've gotten into the habit of using blinks recently. I didn't used to use blinks when I started playing the game, but it's like how in Hades, how you get the what are they called? The things that you can shoot that are like the red crystals? I didn't use those for most of playing Hades, and only after reaching the top did I start using them in the game. And average late game Isaac boss. And fun, carry on. So many streamers on right now. Gotta surf the waves. Well, thanks for stopping by, Sorcerer. Thank you, indeedy. Let's see here. And I did read those. Oh, lovely. Okay, so let's, now that we have played the game, talk about the aspects and talk about how something so seemingly easy to make turns into something very difficult because of scope. So let's go back to here and back to here. Okay, so aspects. What are aspects of the game? What are things you can flesh out? I'm going to go ahead and I will put on here. Can I? Well, how do we do this? Maybe if I just drew, this might be tricky. Okay, I wanted to put on here level LVLDESIGN, level design. That's an aspect of the game. Let me click enter. Well, what if I do that? Okay, level design. That's an aspect of the game. The level, the world. And is there an additional health over the normal one mechanic? Yes, there are shields. And the Marine starts with one. Yep. And when you have a shield on, he gets a little helmet. And when the shield breaks, the helmet acts like a blink, if I'm not mistaken. And do they function like blinks? Yeah. And automatically clearing the level when you get hit. They do indeed. So let's see here. Aspects, level design. I can also say here, we can talk about items. So I'll go ahead and add on here. I just wonder. Oh, there we go. Items. That works. Items. ITMS. Items. Neato. It is indeed. It's little touches. So we'll have aspects, items. What's another thing we can talk about? Or what's another thing in the game itself? The level design. I'm actually going to move you down here. Let's add in. Let's see. Oh, that's that guy there. I see. Okay, well, let's add in you here. Another thing to touch on are enemies. 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 So we'll go ahead and do this guy here. So enemies. In the game, you also have guns. So we'll go ahead and do this here. Guns. And then we'll also put on here. Let's see. What else is in the game? I think what you could say is, let's see, shops, or do we say commerce? What would you call the shops? And we'll move this guy down to here and down to here. And of course, any unlockable ones. So there's also secret art. Ew. I know that there's some items, but secret art's interesting. And unlockable characters. I see. Yes, there are. Oh yeah. You know what? That's a good point. Yeah. We'll put on here characters and NPCs. So characters, CHARACTERS. Characters, I will add that onto here. Characters is an aspect of the game. Things you can flesh out. Another thing in the game are NPCs. So we'll go ahead and do that. NPCs. And then, let's see. Lastly, I think you have the shop. So I'll put on here shops. So, let's see. Shops. SHOPS. Are these all the categories that the game has, do you think? Am I missing anything? If you think of something, does it fall under this list, or is there something else? And projectiles, but that's a something. Yep. These are, we're doing the base ones, and then we'll go for the sub-thing and expand from there. Bosses would fall under enemies. And there's so many aspects I want to list, but you haven't got that far in the game yet. I don't want to spoil it. Thank you for your consideration, Banafi. The thing is, I've played very little of the game, and yet there's already so much. So I can only imagine as you go on in the game how much content there is, which I always find breathtaking. An environment, that will fall under level design. So let's see, I think that's everything. If we need another category, we can certainly go there. But just looking at this already, And there's a lot of content. Yeah. And actually, I wonder as well. And hydration,
Cat sat
for
on
sure. I can
keyboard,
certainly
just
hydrate.
redeemed hydrate.
Let's see here. Hydration has been done. Thank you for that redeem. I want to see. Now, granted, different games take different amounts of time, especially based on the size of the team. But how long was Enter the Gungeon in development for? I am quite curious. And let me through. Give me 1 second. There we are. About 5 years, and it was made of a team, so a team of developers. So 5 years, not surprising. So 5 years of content, or 5 years of development, and then also with a game studio. Now I'm quite curious to see as well. How long was let's see, was Balatro in development? B-A-L-A-T-R-O. And Balatro was made by one person. 2.5 years. I see. How long was Hades in development for? About 3 years. Interesting. And also has a DLC which added time to the game. Yeah, there's DLC, and then there's also, I think, a second game, Exit the Gungeon. That is good to know as well, though. Yeah, there's DLC too. And that's not even to mention, right? Oh, you know what? Hold on. We have other aspects of the game we're not even talking about. Other aspects of the game. There is music, M-U-S-I-C. So we'll just say VFX, and SFX. That's another aspect of the game to consider. And what are you? That looks a little odd. I don't want that space there. Do that there. Oh, never mind. Okay, we'll just delete you. Okay, we have VFX, so VFX, and then also sound effects. So we'll do that there. SFX. That's another aspect. And already, this is a lot compared to what we wrote down. The simple ideas, the simple sentences we have initially. And let me move this here and clear my throat again. There we go. And it's a platformer. I see. And there's a third game coming soon. Enter the Gungeon 2. Ooh. I definitely do have to get through this game first. I have a goal. I have a goal. I will get through this game. And only then will I do the second game. Because if I get all the games and I never play them, then it's really playing the game. It would be nice to just collect them, though. I can say that. So we start off here with the idea. This very simple idea of we have a character. They interact with the world, they shoot with a gun, or they shoot with a weapon. They can use items that they collect in the game, and they can roll around. And then the objectives of the game is that you shoot the weapon, you survive, and you have to complete the level. You have to reach the floor. And in this game, there's random generation. So the world is different each time, the weapons you get are different, so the loot you get is different each time, the enemies are different each time, and that's about it, the idea at least. But writing down now the aspects, and only 50 achievements. Well, I don't know about achievements. I've never been much of an achievement hunter, but I at least want to complete the game. Now, I'm not 100% completionist, but see the end of the story if there is one. So let me go ahead and hide this guy here. And we're expanding upon that, and actually, will it let me paste in like an image? Does it allow me to do that? If I grab this guy here, and then I go ahead and move you to here, and if I paste that, I see, actual size, lovely. Okay, well then, hello, little guy. We will move you to here. There we go. Okay, so now let me move you a little bit bigger here. So we have a roguelike and the actions and objectives. And the ending is, or the real ending though, I will probably play to the ending and then look up the real ending. That's how I usually go with games, because I don't know, usually you have to do certain things to get certain endings. So I'll say the ending, and then if I do happen to come across the real ending, or once I go into actually looking up stuff for the game. So right now, everything's 100% blind. I haven't looked up, for example, gun tier list or things like that. I'm just playing the game. And it looks like a baby game with every second. What do you mean exactly, Jack? Do you mean in terms of content, or? I am quite curious. So let me slide this guy about up here. Let's see, can we zoom in a little bit? Good, lovely. And oh, I see, unsaved changes. Okay, well, we'll save you changes. Thank you. Okay, so sound effects, visual effects, NPCs, characters, guns, items, enemies, shops. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and copy this here. If it lets me, can you let me copy and paste? And I'll move this guy over here. This is the base before we even get into depth. Let's now talk about the characters. We'll start off slow. We won't go into every detail of the characters, but we'll go into the different aspects that make a character. And of course, there's a baseball bat. I'm not surprised. Oh boy. So characters. let's talk about characters. What can a character do? What are the aspects of a character? We've talked about it already. The fact that the character can interact. We'll do INTERACT. Character can interact. They can shoot. So let's see if I slide you over here. Can I make you a little smaller? Like a little smaller. Like a little teeny tiny. Can that work? Nope, you don't want to be smaller. I see. You do not want to be a subcategory. That's fine, I suppose. Is there like a hotkey? Maybe Control Shift Enter? No. Okay, never mind then. That's okay. Can I copy you then, paste you, and then nope? Okay, that's fine. So we can interact. We also know, well, actually, you know what? We'll say movement, MOVEMENT. You edit the movement, so there's movement that comes along with the character, along with the character. So we'll do that over here. Character interact movement. Heart attack specific perks. Yep. So let's see. We have movement. We have the fact that you can interact. We then also have the fact that you have stats. So we'll go ahead and add this guy here. STATS. Stats. We have stats. Different aspects when it comes to that part of a character. And stats, let's see. So character has stats. They have movement abilities. So I guess we'll say instead controls, CONTROLS. I like that a little bit better. So controls that go into a character. Stats that go into a character. We can interact with the world. So that is, I guess that's a control. Never mind. We'll say that's a control. There you go. And we'll drag you to there. So control, we have stats and control. And what's another thing? Let's see. Those are controls. Interact, shoot, use, reroll. Yeah, okay. So in our controls, we have move. So let's see, move. We have also, let's see, dodge. That's another thing you can do, or less dodge. More so, we have a roll. So let's add that in there. So we have a roll. So let's see, ROLL, a roll. And we'll do that there. And we'll move you up to here. And then not only do we have a move, we have a roll. We also have a use item. So let's see, use or use. Yeah, I guess there's use. And then there's also interact. So we have use, which is different than interact. So let's go ahead and add that here. And then we'll move this guy. Let's see, slide over a little bit there. Use. Then there's also interact. So let's see if I drag you here, click you. Oh, hold on, undo. And we click on you. Oh, hold on. There we go. Use. And we also have interact. So INTERACT. Interact. And could specific unlocks fall under characters? Is that even a thing? Yes, I think that is a thing. Yeah, that would be, we're not talking about every single character because I don't know them offhand. But when we talk about things like stats, that's something to talk about. For example, some characters might have more health than other characters, or some characters might deal more damage than other characters. That would fall under, I would call that stats. So things that they unlock are different abilities. We could say that too. Let's see. Well, we'll call it that. Yeah, I think abilities is a good way to call it. So we have controls, we have move, roll, interact, use. Are these all up here? Move, roll, interact, use. And we also have shoot. Are these all the things that a character can do control-wise? So let's see, roll and shoot. The character can also do a few other things though. Now I'm thinking about it. So let's see, shoot, H, no, hold on, undo, interact. And then, let's see, can I right click here and add text or no? Okay, that's fine, I suppose, that's okay. Let's see, if I add a little guy here. Nope, that doesn't work, that's fine. Yeah, I wish there was a nicer program for something like a flowchart. I've seen a few. This is the only one I could find that I enjoyed. But aside from that, well, I'll definitely try to look into it a little bit more because flowcharts are fun. I think it actually also helps with explaining the grandness of it. So let's see, click you here, click you here. So we have control, roll, interact. There's also shoot. And so we're counting unlockables as stats. Okay, see the vision. Yeah. Unlockables, that's what's this is more so what's specific to what every character can do, and then things that change from character to character. I think that's a good way to describe it. So we have control, we have roll. The character, not only can they interact and use, they can also choose to have, or actually, how can we describe it? So the character has the controls to shoot, interact, use, move, roll. The character also has an inventory. So let's see. We can put that under, I think, just general character for now. If I drag you there, can I add a mark there? Will you let me? If I do this guy here, that guy there? Nope, it wants to select shoot as its only option. I see. I don't like your game, but I'll play it anyways. Okay, that's fine. We'll remove that there, and then grab all of you guys and slide you over. There we go. Now will you let me use my guy? Lovely. Okay, so we also have on here inventory. 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 And in this inventory, you have an inventory amount. So we'll just say in the inventory, related to the stats, you can cycle between different things. So for example, you can cycle cycle items. And actually, we'll do this. We'll cycle. We'll call it cycle. And we'll say you can cycle items and also cycle guns. So we'll go ahead and do that there. Cycle. And you can cycle items. And you can cycle also guns. Let's see. We'll slide that over here. And then we'll also move you to here, here, and then cycle items and cycle guns. G-U-N-S. And already, I hope you're noticing by now, we haven't even touched the other aspects of the game, but the character themselves could really be their own game, in the sense that we have an inventory system, we have a movement system, we have different items you can cycle through, and that's not even to mention the stats, but it very quickly, it goes from being a small sheet you can keep on screen to big. And here in Chick's non-existent bad video game production studio, we put it... Oh boy, that's a good one. So let's see, we have stats, character, inventory, control, cycle, gun, items. In our stats, we have our armor. So we'll go ahead and say armor, A-R-M-R-R, armor. We also have here our HP. So let's see, HP, and we'll do that here, HP. And not only do we have armor and HP, we also, and this is what we'll categorize this. Nope, hold on. Maybe if I do that button here, there we go. Okay, we'll also say skill. We could call it abilities too, but these are the things that each character comes along with. For example, the huntress gives you a dog, while the marine guy, he gives you a armor, and he also gives you, what was it? He also gives you better aiming, and then the other guy gives you a shop discount. So we'll just say skill. We'll call it a skill. Each character, they have armor, HP, and a skill. That's what we'll do. And character perks, yeah, perks, skill, abilities, something like that, yeah. So let's see. Is that everything a character can do? A character has stats. They have armor, they have HP, they have a skill. Oh, you know what? They also have, let's see, items, cycle, guns. No, I think this was good. We have shoot, move, roll, use, interact. These are all things, and you know what? I would say, or I would argue even, the blanks is its own category because it's a different button. So we'll also say as well, let's see. Use, interact, or I guess, no, we can do something a little bit different. We can say, use, item, oh, hold on. I don't want you there. We want something here. Use, blanks, so we'll say blanks, B-L-A-N-K-S. Use blanks. And you're also able to use items and guns. So maybe what we can do is actually kind of go here, and then we can also go, you can shoot items, and then let's see, you can also shoot guns. There we go. Or use guns. You shoot guns, but you can also use guns, I'd say. And in this game, it's guns and items. I see. And I think what you get when you combine synergies. Synergies, do you mean the players themselves, or the characters? And I did read this all lovely. So let's see. You use an item, you use blanks, and you shoot guns. So I'll just drag this little guy down here instead. There we go. And I think that's good to go. I think that's everything, at least here. The player is able to shoot guns, they're able to shoot items, and if anything, this gun here, but we'll keep this in that area for now. So, anything else I'm missing in terms of character? We know the character has an inventory where they can cycle through guns and items, and let me move you up here a little bit to maybe make you a little bit easier to see. There we go. It's not really a spoiler, so I can just read it. If you get certain gun/items, they can power each other up and give you special effects. I have seen that before. For example, I got 2 duplicate guns and I think it upgraded it. I have seen that before, yeah. Or you get 2 different types of guns and they do interact with each other. That's true, yeah, that's 100% true. So let's see, how do you think? We have stats, armor, HP, skills. Those are things. And truth be told, HP could be even boiled down to being an aspect of armor. They could be the same thing under the hood. It's like over HP. And they could count as that. But for now, I think we'll keep it as this here for the moment. So I'll go ahead and grab these guys here, slide you over to here, slide you over to there. Okay, so character done and done. Now let's talk about we'll talk about the level design. So I'll bring this guy down here and let's talk about that. So in the level design, what are things I want to do? I want to have, let's see, oh, hold on. We have the map. So I'll do here, the map. The different maps that you have to spawn because they are individual. And then we also have here too, not only maps, but we also have environmental hazards. So let's see, in environment, we'll say environment actually. I think that's a little bit better because not all of them are hazards. So if there's a thing called environmental hazards, what are the things in the environment that are helpful to you? And unrelated, but are there aspects of level design that can provide health? Could you elaborate what you mean, Jack? And resistance and HP usually get combined to HP. For how much actual value you get, you only split them once armor pen and true damage exist. I know very little about things like armor pen and true damage. Overwatch or League of Legends, I was never able to understand the math under it, like the percentage when it comes to different things. But I get what you mean, Eska. And one of my main goals in game design is to make a procedural map using wave function collapse. I feel like I've heard of that before. I think. I haven't seen much in terms of generating and when it comes to random generating maps, but wave function does ring a bell. And is there a thing that gives /sells drops and healings? Yes. For example, when you kill an enemy, they drop the healing. And do you remember the dispenser guy that drops the hearts that you can grab the hearts from if you have excess hearts? The calculations in the League of Legends is actually fairly easy. Oh, I might have to take a look into it then. I'd love to do a game like that where there's armor and HP and things like that. That sounds like a lot of fun. So let's see, levels design, map, environment. I'll put on here hazards. So let's see. HAZARD, hazards that come along with environment. And if those are called hazards, then what are the ones that aren't harmful to you called? What can we call it? We can call it props, maybe? Environmental hazards and environmental props, possibly. Oh, I'll put props for now. PROPS, props. So we have the map itself and then the props and the hazard. And objects, props, yeah. I'm not sure whether objects, environment objects, or props. You know what? We can do both. We can say props are for things that you can destroy in the world, and that's not to mention the objects. So we'll call these objects. 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 Now, to explain what I mean for each of these, I would consider anything that you interact with that has, well, not anything, but things that you interact with that don't outright harm the player. So for example, I would call a table an object. Table. Like that. A table would be an object. But the barrel, what would you call it? The TNT. We'll just say TNT. The TNT, you can interact with it, yes, but I would consider that a hazard, a thing that it can harm the player if used in the way. However, something like the seat that you were just able to destroy, so like a seat or the lights, that's not nothing. What's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't harm your gameplay. It doesn't help your gameplay. It's just there for fun. So I'll put on here seat. We can put on here. We saw some chairs. So chairs. We also have on here. Let's see. Well, no, seats and chairs. Okay, let me put bookcase and books on here. I think the lights also. So I'll go ahead and add on here. Let's see. Lamp. So lights. LIGHTS. Lights on here. Oh, I clicked back into the game. That jump scared me. Let's see, lights on here. And so things that affect gameplay are objects, and what doesn't is props. Yeah. I think that's how we're going to categorize it, because there were some parts in the games where you could interact with the things, but they didn't actually do anything aside from aside from special effects when you destroyed them. It's boring! And if you have 1000 HP and 0 armor, 100 physical damage would equal 100 damage. 10 armor will cause each point of HP to be 100% more effective against physical damage. So for every 2 physical damage, you lose 1 HP. So 100 armor reduce incoming physical damage by 50%. With 200 armor, every 1 HP becomes 200% effective. So 3 physical damage deals 1 HP. Oh, it's math! I'd have to write this down. I get what you're saying, Eska. I do. I have shown, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. But I've watched videos before where they break it down. And on paper, it's easy. But reading it, it's a little bit tricky. But I get what you mean. And what about the pits? Yes. So for hazards, you have toxic barrels, braziers, spikes. Yes. Let's see. For hazards, we have, let's see, pits. I'll go ahead and put this here. Pits. PITS, pits. They things that you could get a death message from, truthfully. Pits are in there, TNT's in there. We have, let's see, spikes. Are pits and spikes? No, spikes, yes, there are spikes. S-P-I-K-E-S. Spikes, yep, spikes in the ground. We also have on here, let's see, so pits, spikes, TNT. What else is there? Let's see. And so it's like a Pokemon. That does sound right. Yeah, I was never good at the Pokemon math either. It might be, I don't know the Pokemon calculator, but lots of games use the same calculation for resistance because it's intuitive and easy to read for players and devs. I can believe it. And if we're breaking the aspects down, I started using the obsidian. Allows me to add searchable tags, so if a canvas gets too big, I can find anything, any piece of information in it. I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah, I use obsidian for, at least for my game. I do, and maybe I might be able to pull it up. For my game, I do use sometimes the Excalidraw plugin that allows you to have sheets like this, because for each thing you can make your own note attached to it. You can also add, yeah, the hashtag. So I do use it. We're using this one just because I like the controls better than Obsidian. But in my project, since my project's not that big yet, I use that instead of this one, because this one's a big thing. I find it easier to use. And I had to learn basically every Pokemon formula when I made a Pokemon/bot game. They're cool calculators. I say that does sound fun. I would like to make like a battle simulator. Could be a lot of fun. Or like one day. And I got the idea from Delicious Dungeons, making a game where maybe you are a dungeon leader, guild leader. You're a guild leader and you have to, it's a management game. I do like management games. It's a management game where you have to assign who goes where, who does what. So I guess you could call it like a tactical management game where you would say, all right, I want 3 wizards to go into the skeleton dungeon here. And then you get to see the battle play out, things like that. And like Lemmings, what is Lemmings? And I'm honestly glad I watch your streams. It helps get more ideas on how to organize stuff. I'm glad to hear it. And this is what I do for my projects as well. Create dedicated notes on canvases. Yeah. It definitely, especially when you start getting into the nitty-gritty of things, it can help to have dedicated notes. And Lemmings Classic animated Discord bot to replace the original Pokemon Discord bot, adding way more features. I see. Well then, I will copy this guy here for later. I am quite curious. So I'll leave that for later. Let's see. Oh, I thought it was an animal. Lemmings is something else then. You're talking about something else. I know a lemming is an adorable little rodent. Let me close that guy there. And I wrote a game design document about such this week. And you could take a look at the stream, or look at the stream, which is a nice game jam. Ah, I see. Yeah, I do like games. I like games that are fantasy-based dungeon and dungeon delving, but I don't like it too dungeon delving. So for example, I thought I might like the game, what's that one? Darkest Dungeons. I thought I might like it, but it didn't fit my fancy quite much. Then again, the whole point of the game is that it's difficult and everyone's going to die. And I like games where there's happy endings. Let's see, you there. All right, I have it pulled up. Thank you for the suggestion, Eska. And there's a game called Lemmings. Search Lemmings 1991. I see. Well, let me copy you here. And I will save this for a little later. Oh, a little adorable little guy, I see. Does it happen to be, oh, it also seems to be through, now, I can say, I remember trying something, no, not like this. It would be, and let me drag and drop just so we're on the same page here, actual size, there we are. Not like this quite per se. It would be like a console where you could assign what characters to what. So it would be like a, what was it, like a choose your story sort of thing, but instead you would type it out. Now, I wouldn't actually do it, but the idea behind it at least, where you delegate tasks to certain characters, but it'd only be visual for the battles. Like a Pokemon battle. You would see these Pokemon battles happen. Yeah, I think that's it. Like kind of something like Oregon Trail. I have never played the game before, but from what I know about it, I think it's something similar to that. Yeah, where you have a group of settlers and you get to see things unfold. Yeah, like that. I think that sums it out pretty close. What about Zork? Never heard of Zork before. Z-O-R-K. Zork. I do see the consoles, so I can say maybe. Yeah, something similar to that. But I would like the game to have art. So I would want to add like the Pokemon battles to show off art of different things. But I like the idea of just reading chat messages of like so-and-so took 15 damage or something. That's what I always liked about Pokemon battles. And I did read that as well. Lovely. Okay. So let's see. TNT, pits, spikes, and then this here. What was this going to be? And dwarf fortress. Hold on. DWARF FRTRERESS. Dwarf fortress. Ah, I will look into that one too. I see. Okay. Yeah, I will definitely. I don't want to do something top down. That definitely wouldn't be. You wouldn't see the dungeon itself. You would just see the fights back and forth, and the rest would be text. It would be the feel of the game. Let's see. TNT, pits, spikes. We also have those braziers. Is that what they're called? And I expect the ads will come in the next flat hour. It says here we have 12 minutes. So we're good, bro. We're so far so good. What are they called? The things we pushed over earlier? Are they called braziers? BRAZIERS, braziers. The things, yeah, they're called braziers. Ah, I got it right. Lovely. Okay, so let's see. BRAZIERS, braziers. You guys, yeah, the things we pushed over. And we also have the chandeliers. So let's see, chandeliers. Now, spelling of chandeliers. Yeah, that one right there. I will try. No promises made here. Let's see. Shan, CHANDELIER. Chandelier. That doesn't look right. I feel like it's always the IE or EI, so I messed up. But let's see. CHANDELIER. Chandelier? I got it right! Lovely! Chandeliers! It is spelled like that. Chandeliers. Lovely. Okay, it's spelled the way it sounds. That's always nice to hear. Okay, good. So we have the chandeliers that you could do. We have the pits, we have the TNT, we have the spikes, we have the braziers. I know that there's also explosives in the games, or there's the mines, so I'll also put that on there too. So let's see. Move you down a little bit. And going to play Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines now. Wish you luck. Thank you, Ed. And I hope you have a lot of fun with your game. And not sure if this is allowed in Discord to join, but are people allowed to share stuff in quick shares, for example? Was going to share a few clips of work in progress character breakdown canvases. Yep, you can if you want. Quick shares is for anything you'd like to share. Yeah. Or you could also 8-bits. You can also put it in the, what is it called? If I can find it here. In the stream discussion, since we're talking about it, you can also put it in there too, since it's on topic, talking about breaking down and game design. And have a good one, legend. Indeed. Bye-bye. And hi, proof of concept, or proof of concept. There we are. Eris, hi, hello, and welcome into stream. And laps in my venture character. Oh boy. So let's see, chandelier, and then what was the other one? I said it was the mines. Yes, mines. It was like a mine trap thing. So I'll just put on here mines. Okay. All of these hazards, and again, it's the idea that the game doesn't need these. These are extra bonus features, but just looking at the game, there's still a few things I think we can do. For example, let's see. Objects, an object you can interact with in here is a chest. So I'll put that here, chest. There are also, let's see, things you can interact with. There's also, what's it called? The cell, what's the cell called? We'll just say cell doors, CELLDOORS, cell doors. And speaking of cell doors, the things you unlock the characters, in the game, you get keys that can unlock chests, or they can unlock doors that can open other areas. So we have controls, inventory, cycle, guns. In our inventory, not only do we have that, we also have, let's see, in our inventory, we have keys. So I'll go ahead and add that in there too. So you hear, keys. K-E-Y-S. Oh no, hold on. Yep, do that there, and then let's see, K-E-Y-S, keys. Keys exist in the game too. That's another thing that the player has on them. So we'll go ahead and add that as well. And I bet there's like 50 more later in the game. And you're quiet, I felt so bad. You're quiet, I felt so bad for you. You must be sick. Yes, I am sick. I have been sick for the last 2 weeks. And I'm still a bit sick, and I am noticing myself starting to wane a little bit, but I think we can at least go on for like another 30 minutes. My throat, not under the best condition, but the good news is, well, the bad news was that anytime I laughed, I just got into a coughing fit instead of a laughing fit. The good news is now that does not happen, so that's one reason why I was excited to start streaming again, since the cough seems to, it's definitely better, but my throat, That's still a little bit funny, but the good news is I'm glad I was able to stream today. Yesterday, definitely not, but hopefully today. And if I am feeling well, if today wasn't too much, then we'll also do tomorrow. We'll slowly try to get back into things as hopefully the cold goes away. I don't want to do 3 weeks. It's been awful, I tell you. And by the way, we can't see the text. Only yeah, that's the same thing for me too, check. For some reason, the theme of it, or hold on, the theme of the box, I looked at this earlier. If I click on this guy here and I go to format here, it changes the color of the boxes. So some of them look nicer than others. I chose this one. I thought it was nice. Maybe there's another one that works out better than the one this one has. But I'm gonna guess it has to do with the theme here. Some of them work, some of them don't. Maybe we can go for, no, that one's too dark. Nope, that one's, nope, yeah. The themes here, and I wonder if you can customize the themes, but not from what I did at a glance. But I'm sure they're there. Let's try this color. Maybe it's the background that's the issue. We'll do the one we had for now. Yeah, that one there. There we go. Lovely. And yeah, I saw the Discord. Feel better, please, and get louder as you get better. How will I receive my comfort scream? Laugh otherwise. I'm happy to hear it, and I'll do my best. I only usually get sick once out of the year, but unfortunately, the New Year's just started, so my body decided, you know what, we're cashing that in early. So hopefully I'm good to go. Okay, went ahead and shared a small clip of it. Thank you. We can take a look at the ad break, which is just about to start in a bit. And I did read the ad. Good. And cracked walls. I'm not sure if you unlocked it, but the room with the gun minigame. Oh, yes, that's true. That room gun minigame. The guy that has the. Oh, you know, how can we describe that then? That would be, I would say that falls under the map. The different rooms, different categories. And the orange one is fitting for Gungeon Rant. This orange one or a different Gungeon one? Or a different one here. So let's see. In maps, I think these are all the objects. The chest, the table, the cell doors. These are things you can interact with in the world. There are hazards, the mines, the chandeliers, the pits, the TNT, the brazier, and then we have the books, the props, seating lights. Those are things that come to mind. And for our map guy here, what do we have for the map? We have, let's see, hold on. I don't need you. No, thank you. We have in our map, we're going to say we have NPC rooms. I think that's the best way to describe them. NPC rooms. Because not only does that describe the shop rooms, there's other characters you can come across in the game that do different things. I can say, and like what Banafi said, there's a minigame. There's a minigame room, Minigame. There's a minigame room. There is also in the game a room, and I don't know if it actually will harm you. I've only done it once, but there's a room where you can have medics heal you. Oh, you know what? I just remembered another game I really enjoyed, Wizard of Legends. That game's a lot of fun. I like that one a lot. It does remind me where you have a room sometimes where there's healers or medics in there and they can heal you. Yeah, Wizard of Legends, another one of my favorites. And that would be a roguelike too, wouldn't it? The randomization, the different paths and everything. And it's not hard contributing here because I might list one, or it's hard contributing here. I see, yeah. If it's happened the 4th floor, then again, I haven't done, again, not too much, and I do appreciate you trying to wane off of spoilers. And the medic room, yeah, they fully heal you. Yeah, NPC room. So we'll say medic can be the IC. And oh, whoops, I recommended that one on Discord. Oh, did you? I can say, yeah, Wizard of Legends, one of my favorites. I've never finished it. Again, skill issue. But I at least get 3 bosses in before it becomes a problem. After that, okay, 2 bosses in. The 3rd boss is the problem. So let's see, MEDIC, medics. There's the medic room in the game. There are also the different shops in the game. So I'll say NPC rooms. We'll add here, rooms there. So let's see, rooms. So NPC rooms, there's the minigame room, there's the medic room, another room in here. Let's see, if I slide you over to here. Another room we have is the shop rooms, SHOP, shop rooms. That includes the shop of the bearded guy we usually see, but it also includes the little blurbo guy that was able to sell us things too. those are the three that I think the only thing, there's different shops, the different ones where you can sell and buy. That's what I'm considering a shop. And there's the statue totem rooms. Oh yeah, true as well, yeah. Statue and totem rooms. Let's see, that's not an NPC room. So we'll say instead, what would that be categorized as then? It's not an NPC. There's not a special NPC that has the room, hosts the room. There are rooms. Let's see if I slide this guy over and we move this guy here and move that guy here. There you go. Another room in here is a, I guess you could say it is a quest or a challenge room. And what about the room of the puzzles? All of those could fall under special room. If it has, yeah, this would be a special room. There's the NPC rooms in the map. And then there's also the, I had, what would you call them? Like a quest room or a challenge room, would you say? I'd say maybe challenge room, or yeah, we'll do quest, Q-U-E-S-T, quest room. And I'm realizing now as well that for our map, I'm going to delete these guys because we can just do this guy here. Nope, I don't want you. I want a new one. There, nope, not there. Map, get with the program. I need a little guy here, just a little guy here. How about if I do this here? Nope, we don't want guns. Go over here. Okay, now go up. You there, thank you. Okay, I want to call this room. Rooms in the map. And then we'll move this here, and then we'll move this guy down here, and then this guy here, you will go here, and then you actually are going to be removed, and you're going to go here. Oh, hold on. You need to go here. Onto the NPC rooms. Are you not connecting? Hold on, let's see. Will you connect now? There we go. Okay, NPC rooms. And then we'll move that room there. Okay, NPCs. An NPC prison room. Yep. Oh, yeah, good point. NPCs. There is a prison room. I'll do that here. P-R-I-S-O-N. A prison room. Here we go. Yep, there's the prisons, there's the mini game room. And in our rooms, we also have the quest room. And in the quest room, one thing we have is, now, you know what? I would suggest, in fact, that we move the prison room to the quest room. I think that's a better way to look at it. For, I think, the quest of finding a key and the cellar room, yeah, I have the shop room right here. So anything that, any room that would sell you items, I'm calling it a shop room. The quest, what I'm thinking is, it's you need to have this, or you need to do this thing in order for something to happen. There's the prison where you need to have a key. There is the chest room, so we'll do chest room here. There's the regular chest room, there's the mimic chest room, and I mean the ones that buys items. Oh yeah, I forgot about him. Huh, okay, let's see. Would it go under quest, you think? Or no, he would go under NPCs. We'll do that here. Shop, sell, and we'll also say buy. So actually, we'll move this guy here, move this guy here. For our shop, we'll have sell, a shop where you sell items, and a shop where you buy items. So we'll say sell, and then we'll also say buy. So move that guy here. Oh, hold on. Move you here. So shop, sell, and we also have buy. So let's see, B-U-I, buy. There we are. Yeah. The little guy he's no creep. He just likes collecting things. Let me move you here and move you here. So sell and buy. Okay, so NPCs, mini games. So you have the quest, you have the puzzles, and from an outsider's perspective, almost all of these points also fit Isaac. Now, great answer. Yeah, that's what I'm noticing too. It was that was the realization I was talking about, Check, in the sense of if you like the genre of roguelikes as a whole, once you've played one, you've got a gist of what each one has to offer. So if you happen to like these themes, even if it's not specifically this game, you might like a different game, but it still has these things, which I just was just so surprised to realize. And that's his name, is it? I say, shaking my head. This doesn't really count as NPC room, but have you come across the help me map this floor NPC? Add jump scare. Oh, really? Oh no, I didn't even notice. Okay, well we'll let the ads do their thing. Oh my, I have come across the link NPC, the one that has a map, and he's going on this little quest, if that's what you mean. And let me get this here. Tasty, tasty. Okay, so let me go ahead and move this up here and let me clear my nose. Give me one old second here. I think we're all good. And I also think my time is waning a little bit. So, to make sure things don't get pushed, we will wrap up once the ads are back. And thank you, check, by the way. And have you come across the room with the third loyal ladies? Nope, I have not been happy. We will finish up this guy here, and then I think we'll call it a day for today. So yeah, I definitely feel a little waiting. So we won't push it, but we will wrap things up. I definitely don't think hours in my fortune, but a little bit more. That said, let me get some water here. And let's see. Lovely. And actually, let's see. I don't know if there's many more rooms to discuss. So can we do maybe one more? Enemies, guns, items, sound effects, voice effects, shops, aspects of shops itself. Okay. We can do, let's see, guns, items. I think we can touch on guns. Yeah, okay. And have you come across, I just read that, lovely, okay. So we'll do guns and then we'll call it a day, I think. And yeah, without getting into spoilers or secrets, that's most of them. Got ya. I do like how it's interesting. Sometimes there's been cases where I wasn't able to come across the NPC, or I finished the boss and accidentally didn't even come across the NPC room. So by the time I actually got to the NPC, I already had the thing good and locked and loaded to go. So we'll move you up here, slide you up here a little bit there. Okay, good. So we'll wrap this up the rooms, and while we're waiting on the ads, we're back from the ad break. So welcome back from the ad breaks. What we'll do is we'll wrap up we'll finish off the level design, and then we'll talk about guns, and then we'll call it a day for today. And I love how the shopkeeper is actually a boss trope is almost every game. That's what it feels like. I know that was for certain in Hades. I could feel it. I didn't even ever fight him, but I knew the moment. It's like what is it? It's like the trope, or it's the suggestion of how do you think this shopkeeper got all these mythical legendary items? They are a retired adventurer. That's how they can protect all the items they sell. I like how they play into that trope. And when there's no reason to attack the shopkeeper, he permanently closes. If you shop, you find no. There is a reason to attack him. There is. And, well, I mean, it's not really a reason, and I just think, sometimes the economy... Oh boy. There are times the shopkeeper will sell you, or try to sell you, items that cost $9,099. You're not gonna get that much money. So, I like to call it... You hold a conversation with the shopkeeper. It's either your life or this loot. And sometimes he has to agree, and sure, he does lock you out, but there are times, and the drill clown mask costs 9,000, but you can get them for free? Really? Oh. Well then. Seems like violence isn't always the answer. I figured. Oh boy. Interesting. Don't tell me how. Oh my! You're just smiling for the sake? No! I didn't know! I didn't know there was other options! When the going gets tough, you get tougher. Isn't that the saying? Or a guy getting tapped and robbed for no reason? I thought when in Rome, do like the Romans, and if I knew there was an option for peace, I would have taken it. A guy had a life, maybe? Well, he lives. He lives. He leaves. He presses the escape button and he leaves. Oh boy. And Tony, that is so lovely. Oh my. So let's see here. There's the medic shop, there's the sell buy, there's the mini games, there's the quest, there's the chest, there's the prison. I think, oh, no, there's some other ones. We'll call this, because I don't know all of them, but there are rooms you can come across that are a statue. There's a few of them, a few statue ones I can think of. So we'll do STATUE, a statue room. So we'll say statue room here. Statue right there. So we have the quest rooms, the statue, the prison, or the chest. These are things you can accomplish. And as the Azura strategy isn't let's try opening the door, it's let's blow up the building so the door isn't in the way anymore. Easy. Well, the thing is, I realized I was broke, and how was I going to get 9,990? I guess maybe if you use the character that schmoozes up to the shop guy, maybe that's a way you can get it for free by playing that guy that gets a discount. Possibly, maybe, if I had to guess. And why did the characters you were here shaking my head? But it explains too much. I see. Oh wait, no, that's my. Are you calling it my strategy? No, it's not true. That's not true at all. I will, if I can, always choose the non-violent option. It's just I didn't think there was a choice. You know, I want to I just wanted to try the object out. You can maybe that's what I'm guessing. There's a character that gives you a perk that cheapens items, so I'm guessing maybe that's the way you would get it for free. If I had to guess, I don't know for certain. 11 out of 10 game. Oh boy, so let's see. Quests, there's the statue rooms, there's the prison rooms, there's the chest rooms. I think those are all. And I can either confirm or deny due to spoiler limitations. I say. I'll take that as yes. I like them odds. There's so many little things to the game. So let's see. Is that everything? Oh, rooms. There's the NPC rooms. There's a quest room. And then there's also a, let's see if I click here. There is also the fighting rooms. Now, how would you call them the fighting rooms? There's different ones, but we can just call it a, let's see. Wall room or no. We can just say, battle room. Battle room. A room made for battle. A room, and there's also the boss room, but that would be categories as battle rooms. So I think that's good. Yeah. So, let's see. Character aspect. Controls aspect, level aspect. Haven't even covered the other categories, but I hope you can see what I mean by scope. These things that are in the room, all of these guys, they're not required for the game, but they make the game fun. But the core value of the game is not needed. For example, I think you could do away with the blinks in the game. It's not necessary to beat the game. You can play the game without using blinks. I played it for quite a while without realizing. You can play it without using items, but you can't play the game without killing enemies to proceed to the next room. You can't do it without the bosses, things like that. Those are you have to have them in order for the game to function. What's the difference of importance, if I could describe it? So let's see here. Let's talk about, you can play the game without getting hit, moving, or using blinks. You can play the game without moving? Really? Huh. Wait, am I reading that right? Or do you mean you can play the game without ever getting hit by enemies? You can, and just moving around and never using blinks? Or do you mean you can play the game without moving? That'd be interesting. Let's see. So let's talk about the, let's do shops, enemies, guns. Let's do, actually enemies. Let's do enemies. So I'll grab over enemies here. And does the gun recoil you? I don't think so. And then again, I'm not too savvy when it comes to gun terms. I know that some guns, if you hold them long enough, I think that's the spray, where it gets more inaccurate the more you shoot it. So you have to pause, wait a little bit, and then redo your aim. So let's see. What are the enemies we can talk about? There are the, let's see. There are the bosses, so I'll say boss. And there are guns that have recoil. You have to play the game without ever using the movement key. Oh, I see. And I just noticed that the shop guy bosses are either secretly retired warrior adventurers challenging you, greedy fighting you because of the greed. I'm just selling stuff. Leave me alone. Yeah. And so you can beat the game without moving. That makes sense. Interesting. That sounds like a fun challenge. A hard challenge, but a fun challenge. So let's see. Enemies, bosses. What are some enemies? We have the enemies, boss. And then let's see. We can go ahead and start off by saying that there's the bullet guys. So we'll say there's the bullet enemies. We know that one to be true. We also saw when we played the gun guys. So we'll say guns, gun. And then I'll also say there's enemies that aren't harmful, or not gun. What was it? Slime. Yep, that definitely sounds like gun. Oh boy. We have the slime boss, or slime enemy, the bullet enemy, and your own skill issue, the greatest enemy. True. You are your own worst enemy. I can see it, yeah. Oh boy. I don't remember what game it was, but I remember playing a game. No, Shovel Knight. I think it was a boss in Shovel Knight, where it was you, but the dark version of you, and they had all the gear you had, so you had to face yourself. So if you did really good in the game, then you'd have to fight a really good enemy. But if you did the run without any armor or weapons, then the boss enemy that reflects you, they were very weak. And wizard books enemies. Oh yes, thank you, Banafi. So let's see, we have the wizards, so W-I-Z-A-R-D. The wizards, we have the books, let's see, books, B-O-O-K-S, books. We also have the burb, so I'll go ahead and do on here, burb, so burb, B-I-R-B, burb. And that's something like in 90% of platforms, really? And you said you've gone up to floor 4. Yes, I have not beat it, but I have gone up to it, indeed. That would include the mine guys. Okay, you know what? Actually, let me show you in the game, just so we're all on the same topic, since some of you may have not played the game before. I can show you the current characters unlocked that I have. So if I go to I believe, it should show you. So let's see. Enemies here. Yes. So we have our default bullet men here. If I scroll down a little bit, we have lots of bullet men. We also have these kind of torpedo guys, and I actually don't think these guys can kill you. I think they just push you, if I'm not mistaken. You also have the ghost. They're still the bullet men. You have this bat guy here. You have the different slime variations. You have the different books, the bird, these kind of cubes, some wizards that go on. You have these bats. There's a lot of enemies, and I haven't even unlocked all of them. There's like a mushroom guy, a slime guy. Oh yeah, that guy. Why? Who decided that was a good enemy? Daughter Slaughter. I don't like you. Let's see, we spiders. I don't even think it's worth it to list all of them. There's so many! And I don't believe I've seen that guy before. And the lead maidens, hold on. Is that what it said? Did it say that? An impenetrable one closed, a torture device built by Gundead. Its interior is lined with small arms. Oh. And check, they reflect every bullet at you whilst they're closed. This, and then the bullets also track you. And you can only shoot them when they're open. Yes, and also when they shoot their bullets, the bullets target you. Oh, and there's the name at the top, right? Lead maiden. I see. This is the description. Got ya. I see. And the misfire beast, like the displacer. That's good. That's really good. Phase spider? Oh, I have heard of, like, what is it? Phase wolf, I think? Said spiders to guns. Oh, I haven't even seen all of these. I've seen some of them. Fun gun. And look at them. Pop caps. Chain gunner. Gun nut. Oh, it's lovely. And that's a thing in so many games. I see. And mountain cube. Yeah, so we can say a few categories here. We'll say slimes. We can say books, birds. We can say mages. We can say I would count these as slimes. Well, no, not really. That's a slime. That's a slime. This here is like a dice. We can call it a dice. So we have the dice. We can also say our bats. There's also the frogs. So bat, frog, and knight's mushrooms. We'll just do a few of them. So let's see. You can't see it at the moment because I have it in the other tab, but I'm going to add them. So let's see. Verbs. There was also the mushrooms. So let's see. Mushrooms. So M-U-S-H-R-O-O-M. Mushrooms. There's also the bat. So I'll add in here the bat. Let's see. Bat. We also have on here other things, but we're just doing the basics. So there's the bird, bat, mushroom. We'll add on here dice. There's frog. So we'll say frog, and mimic. I think that's, we'll go for those few. So frog. Oh, hold on. Frog, F-R-O-G, and mimic. And so are we dissecting? So why are we dissecting a gungeon? Because I have been, that's the best way to say it. I don't know, it's not cabin fever. I don't think that's it. because of being sick, I had nothing to do but twiddle my thumbs in bed. And while twiddling my thumbs in bed, I have been able to get up to date and catch up on games that I have gotten in the past. So as a way to get back into the swing of things, since I haven't streamed for a good solid 2 weeks, we're not doing programming. We're not doing an art study. We're doing a game study. We're breaking down a game I had a lot of fun playing, and a game that was able to bide my time while I waited to get better. That's what today's about. Just breaking down a game and trying to understand the different aspects and the different parts that go into a game. Because if you want to make games, this is important to know. Initially, when you think, oh yeah, making a game's easy. But then, hold on, let's see. Bird, frog, bat. Am I missing anything? Oh, dice. Initially, you think making games easy, or maybe you don't, maybe you don't. But the more you write down the different aspects of the game, the more you realize, okay, maybe it's just a tad difficult, because we haven't even covered all the aspects of the games. Not to mention, I'm still at the very beginning of the game. But the fact that if you were to look at this game and think to yourself, I want to make something like this, it's important to know what goes into a game like that, so you understand how much you're going to have to add. For example, saying, oh yes, this game has enemies. How many enemies? Are there different variety of enemies? And there's so many details that can go into a game. And I'm glad you're feeling better. Wasn't as much chaos with you gone? Yeah, games like that are deep. Yeah. And I'm glad to hear it, Abby. It's also nice to see a familiar name as well. Let's see. We have frog, enemies, bat, and I also add on here dice. I think that's a good way to put it. And you were asking about the what is it? The bosses. I mean, we know the enemies are bosses, so I'll just keep the boss up there. The bosses, there are a few, but I don't think they're worth writing down. Just like with the shopkeepers, at least specifically. I think this is just good to see. And the different, for example, there are bullets, and oh, you know what? We completely forgot knights. Knights are very important. Knights. So I'll add that on here. Knights. 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 There we are. Okay, I think that's good. And a mini bosses? Oh yeah, the mini bosses. I don't like them. They're true, yeah, but yeah, I'd rather forget about the mini bosses. That's how I keep dying. MINIBOSS. One time, in order to get to the boss level, I had to go through a mini boss. So I couldn't, the mini boss wasn't opted. I had to fight the mini boss in order to get to the boss. It was awful. And mindful, your mini boss is my least favorite. I don't like, what's his name? I say what's his name, we can see. And hi, Preston, welcome in the stream, welcome in. And a rhythm game should only take two months to make Eris innocent smile. Well, hold on now, give me a little bit of credit. I said I could do it in 4 months, or I thought I could do it in 4 months. I started in August, thought I could do it by December. No. But I at least thought to myself, okay, if it's small scope, if I treat it like a game jams don't take that long usually, but no, I definitely, so I just want to get better at understanding how big a game, and she could do it in 4 months, but she won't. You haven't seen my fan form yet. And also a reason why devs often learn the role, players are most often correct in something being bad/broken, but they're also often wrong about how to fix it. Yeah, 100% true. You can, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like with music. With learning music, you know when something's wrong, but you can't explain why. But you know bad music when you hear it, but you wouldn't know how to fix the music. Things like that. And I bet you could do it in a week. Hold on now. Your expectations. They've reached quite peak. Let's see. I think we're good. That's enemies tackled. The different enemies have different abilities. That's not even, that's an entirely different thing. But if I were to boil the game down, I would just say the bullet men and the bullet boss. That would be the core, the minimum. And hi Frost, welcome into stream. Hello, finally able to drop by. Welcome in, welcome back in. It's a little unfortunate you come by just now. I was about to say, I think that's all we'll get into today. As guns, items, that is an aspect of it too, but I think that'll take like another 30-ish minutes, and my battery's running a little bit low. And Eris, can you remember that she was gonna show us? All right. Thank you for reminding me. Right. Where is he? Which one is he? Where's the mini bosses? Mini boss. I don't see him on here. Are they on here? Is this oh, that guy. That guy. I don't like him. I don't know what... This guy here and this guy. This guy too. I don't like either of them. I love the hot views. How unfortunate it is what it is. Yeah, this guy's killed me so many times. And then I've only seen this guy with... Both of them. Ugh, they're awful, I tell you, and they seem easy. Until you have to start dodging bullets for your life, baby. Oh boy. With that said, though, I'm gonna go get some more tea and stuff, and I'm gonna go rest, and hopefully we'll have a stream tomorrow, and we'll see how things go. Intro cutscenes? I didn't know there were intro cutscenes. The one that showed for the king was the first time I ever saw a cutscene. They're not usually cutscenes. I don't know if it's something to do with it being on computer or not, but we'll see. Inviting of Isaac made Gungeon a lot easier to play. That's good. And I definitely know when it comes to roguelikes, the more you play them, the better you can get at the feel of them. And no, I mean for the game. Oh, I see. Cutscenes for the game. Oh, yes. You know what? We can watch the cutscene. We can do that. We can certainly do that. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, let's see. If I bring you back into here and I close the game and I do quit the desktop, and then I bring you into, let's see here. I bring you into, program, game. Okay, and enjoy your rest. Thank you, Ame. Let's see. And then I go ahead and click on Enter the Gungeon. No, I shall go. But first, let's look at this. And oh yeah, the opening cutscene for Gungeon is pretty confusing until you capture the rest of the lore you're playing through. I see. It should allow me to click on the game here. There we go. Are we good? Okay, here we are. Oh, nope. Here we are. Hold on. Let's see. And then here and here. All right. Can you hear it? I think we're good. All right. Throughout the galaxy, a legend is told. Let's see here. Oh, I'm already getting her. Is this a common thing? On a distant planet, a grim fortress stood. And hi, Nita. Welcome in the stream. Welcome in. Oh, smiling a smug, and until a deadly force parted the heavens and descended upon the king. I also like this pixel art. That's so pretty. It's 2-bit again, just 2 colors, and brought to ruin. The ashes of that place hold an artifact of impossible power. Yeah, 2-bit, and yet so much detail. I think it's 2-bit, or is it 3-bit? Can't tell. There's like 3 colors I think going on here. A gun that can kill the past. I like the little wavy arms. Interesting. And the little mountain, look at the face. Over time, the fortress was rebuilt. And 3-bit, I see middle. Yeah, I'm thinking there's 3 colors. And some who hear the legend would risk everything for another shot. I see what you did there. Oh boy. And let's see. To claim their prize and make what was done undone, they must enter the Gungeon, I'm guessing. Enter the Gungeon. Indeedy. Yeah, that's neat. And there you go. You now know the end goal of the game, to kill your past. I mean, the thing is, when you die, it does say something about killing your past. So yeah, that does not surprise me. And there's also a little time, or not a little time. There's a little clock. Absolute cinema. You know, the idea of killing time reminds me of Hades too. And I remember playing it, and during the boss fight with Kronos, you pause the game and he speaks, and it's so neat how the game knows what the player's doing, and so it calls him out on that. It's like, you try to pause the time lord as you're playing the game. It's lovely. And Monopoly got some spoilers messages coming, but I can't see in chat. We can open up and enter the Gungeon section on Discord, if that's what people would like. That way you can have a spoiler area. And what? Hades 2. It's like what happens in Hades 1 too. And what, did I miss the stream? Yes, you did indeed. Today's a little bit shorter because I'm still a little under the weather. We did cover a few things, but I don't want to push myself, and I'm already feeling a little bit on the strained side, so I'm gonna end it today. That way, hopefully, tomorrow won't be a day I definitely don't feel well. Hopefully, tomorrow can also be at least a stream, even if it's not long. And I hope you feel better. Thank you. And check my head. Eris, you spoiled it for me. What do you mean, Banafi? They tell you right off the bat that you have to kill time. Easy peasy. I wouldn't count that as a spoiler. And the game will only take a short time. With that said, let's see if we can find someone to raid. Oh, before that, if you're on YouTube, that'll be it for me. I hope to see you tomorrow. And as a reminder for all you pixeler artists out there, we will be doing the draw together next week, and we'll also be doing a hand study next week if that interests you. Tomorrow we'll be working more on the UI of my game though, so more and more programming. We'll see how that goes. It's always super duper fun. With that said though, if you're on YouTube, this will be it for me. I'm going to end the stream, and then we're going to come back on Twitch's side of things, and then we're going to find someone to raid, as raiding game developers is always super duper fun. With that said though, I hope you all have a lovely time. If I don't see you very soon, hopefully maybe super soon or extra super soon, I hope you all have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, or good night, and I hope to see you all soon, alright? Bye-bye! Hold on. Is that open for non-artists? The draw together check. Hold on. Yes, it's open for everyone. All may come.